Hello, and welcome to another episode of whatever the fuck this shit is. Hell yeah. I know how to count. just took us doing how many of these have we done? We finally have actual countdown for our
I know how to
introduction.
I know how to count. What episode are we on?
Not. I meant for the channel as a whole. I know it's episode. What episode was it?
400.
7?
We were around number 7 on the map, actually. Wave God Temple.
Yeah.
Convenient.
But yeah, welcome to Wake the Full Moon. We are on episode 7, and we're down several people. Normally, I would try to do announcements, but we don't have any announcements. We're boring. Frisk has one announcement.
Yeah, Dash is very cute.
This just in.
Just in case people didn't know, he's very cute. Not biased because he's my fiance / engagee. I like engagee because it sounds more aggressive.
It kind of does.
Engaged. Yeah, engagee. Like, yeah, we're engaged in active combat, dude. You don't say I'm fianced in active combat.
Yeah, he'll be around, I'm sure.
I'm sure he'll wake up. You're not? Who is it?
Did you fuck up your push to talk again?
You fucked it. I have an announcement.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I have to go to work soon, and by soon I mean in like an hour and a half. So let's do festival shit. That's my announcement. I know everybody else already knew that, but I was announcing it to the stream so that they know that when Sheesh is suddenly gone, it's not because he's having violent diarrhea.
I mean,
it's gonna happen.
I mean, it will be. Just because you tell us ahead of time doesn't change that. That's
yeah,
what
I guess that is kind of what that's what always happens in universe, and at least it makes sense. He'll be eating horrible deep fried festival food, and then
the runs will strike.
Yeah,
he's expanding his palate. He's adding it to his culinary experience.
Also, I think I'm alive now. Finally, we're good. We did. See, we managed to kill time by having technical difficulties.
Perfect.
Hey.
But yeah, just
hi everyone.
Instead of so since we're done with announcements, essentially, let's do a little bit of a recap. Last session, you guys went off and did a fairly big pseudo fight. Nothing was really attacking you, but at least not directly. But you guys managed to fight off a horde of undead, like a true and proper horde.
It was still stressful.
It was well over 50 enemies. And you managed to, in doing so, allow Jupe to make a questionable deal with an entity.
What could go wrong?
And, and in exchange, he was able to help save Juno, who was in a very bad situation and was on the edge of death.
I can't believe you would do this to me this early in the campaign.
Oh boy, you know what? You gave me very little to work with Jupe, and so I have to front load a lot of stuff for you.
Excellent.
Jupe also just had such a perfect low level introductory just a little story that I could hook everybody with.
You're in chapter 1 Jupe.
Chapter 1 Jupe.
You watch the world-ending thing is in Nara, chapter 8.
Yeah, I think, and I know we already called this a long time ago, but I think Nara is the main character of this campaign.
Don't say that; you'll stress him out.
He does look the most main character.
Baby.
It's It's a privilege and an honor, and we'll help you through it.
That's not helping. You're making it worse. He's going to think it's all on his shoulders to do good.
Happy to be a side character this time around.
My theory is that Shisha's chapter is gonna be the saddest.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
For sure, 100%.
100%.
All the signs are there. We've already seen everything we need to know that he's just a disaster waiting to be unraveled.
What do you mean?
We've seen it all. The missing finger, the scars, the ring. It's all there. We know what's going on.
Missing ring finger. He's not actually got a ring.
Oh, right. Yeah, fair.
No, he does have a ring.
Yeah, he's got one on a necklace, right?
Oh, right, a necklace. I thought it's just because he doesn't have a finger to put it on anymore.
I'm on to you, motherfucker.
Well, see, if he had just gone and put it on another finger, then that one probably would have just gotten chopped off too.
Yeah.
But what he put it around his neck? What if his neck gets chopped off?
That's a very fair point.
Then you won't have to deal with the consequences.
True. Your problems are over at that point.
That's how I feel about every campaign that I'm in as a player.
Currently, all of your family is in peril in Zeke's campaign.
But yeah, to sum up, or start rambling again, you guys saved Juno and then kind of just got back and hung out for a little bit and took a long rest, a much needed and much earned long rest. And conveniently, when you guys woke up at the end of that, it was the day of what is essentially the New Year's Eve festival, which is called First Melt here. It is the beginning of spring, essentially, because they celebrate New Year's at a reasonable time here instead of in the middle of fucking winter for no goddamn reason.
What do they call the equivalent in Camelot?
It's First Melt in Camelot as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, basically all of Albion and Tyriku kind of share a pretty similar calendar. There are a couple of more local festivals and things that are just local, but any major events are kind of both used.
I was going to say they're only technically separate nations over the past 1,000 years, I think. So they only have 1,000 years of separate history.
That's a long
Less than
time.
that, even.
800, I think it was.
It's like 600 to 800.
Oh, around those times. It's kind of a big difference.
I'd have to,
up to 200 years
different. Double check my timeline. I think it's 600 actually.
No biggie.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only people that really have a drastically different calendar are all the Iron Sandics and the Flotilla.
A better one.
A more complicated one that I put a lot of work into.
Oh yeah, a much better one. Based on logic and reason and whimsy.
Yeah. They're both logical. They're just logical for different reasons.
Right.
But yeah, we wake up on the eve of the festival. A bunch of you guys have gotten fancy clothes. Kohaku, rest his soul, is currently getting everybody fancied up.
You mean shitting his brains out?
Oh, right. He did have to take a break to do that.
Yes.
Along with Alistair. But you guys have...
They'll be fine. They'll be here.
A bunch of you guys have gotten fancy clothes. And you guys are kind of... Really, the world's your oyster at this point. And you guys were discussing just kind of hanging out at the festival or possibly going and investigating Bono or possibly some other stuff. But the town is alight with festival lanterns. There are little stalls that have popped up, little markets where people are selling different trinkets and other oddities, food, and a bunch of games have been set up, little festival games.
Excellent. So, long term, I know that we want to go check out Bono, right? Because what was it, Goblet? Is that her name?
Goblet, that's right.
Right. We can do that whenever, but today is the festival. I know Kawaku and Alistair were very interested in it. And also, it's going to be easier to investigate Bono if we can get to Bono, and it's going to be easier to get to Bono if my ship is done. So we might...
You don't have to sell it to me. I love Frostmelt. Frostmelt? Yes, that's what it's called, right?
First melt.
Snow melt. First snow. Sorry.
Well, last snow. Well, maybe not even that really. It's just the first snow that melts.
I'm sorry, they call it different things in different regions.
First melting, just first melt, actually, I think was a pretty good name to start with.
We always just called it first.
You just called it first?
First cold.
First. It's
last cold.
There you go.
I just woke up.
First heat.
First warm. Yeah, like first moderate.
First warm.
First slightly above freezing. First like melt. There's a good word for that.
First sweater weather.
Uh-huh. Wait, what? No. What? Sweaters are great all winter long.
First sweat.
No, nobody's sweating at just above freezing.
I've always called it budding warmish.
I just called it first melt, like everyone else does.
I should have just called it New Year's, like a reasonable person. Made a mistake.
Is this the equivalent of Christmas or New Year?
New Year's.
Okay,
New Year's.
cool. Do they have fireworks?
Ooh, good question.
Maybe.
I go look for fireworks. Let's do it. Let's go find some fireworks.
Immediately, we
they
start
don't
looking
just
for explosives. Sell fireworks to civilians. That's expensive.
Right.
Drake sees through my bullshit and understands that what I'm doing now is testing the waters on the availability of gunpowder.
Right. Give me a D100.
Hey, 99.
Not good enough, man. Yeah, you find a couple of vendors who are selling some fireworks. They have quite a few that are left over. First of all, they do fireworks displays that kind of go off at midnight.
Hell yeah.
But they overstocked somehow. And it's your lucky day. You guys do find a handful of smaller fireworks that are available.
Hell yes.
For purchase.
This is
you are
candles.
interested.
This is especially There, when we started this campaign, I was wondering why we were on our shipping merchant vessel carrying gunpowder, but the fact that there is an upcoming festival makes a lot of sense. That tracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, you guys were supposed to be doing a delivery here.
Right.
And then your ship blew up.
And then your ship blew up.
I'm surprised it wasn't worse and didn't trigger the other explosives on it.
And it's very fortunate that they remained. They have a surplus, even in spite of our shipment failing.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, your ship didn't sink. Maybe the rest of your cargo was okay.
That's true. Maybe we still had some leftover powder. We were probably transporting more than
you
one.
probably wouldn't have had a ton of extra, just because gunpowder can be weaponized, and it would be because of some of the restrictions that the flotilla has to go through.
Yeah.
You guys could only carry so much of that stuff
Right.
before they start questioning you.
That makes a lot of sense.
Over 3,000 pounds of gunpowder? That's a little questionable, sir.
I need it for things. I need it for reasons.
Right. It's like, what are you guys doing with this? But yeah, there are a bunch of fireworks. They're kind of just like classic little rockets. They shoot up, explode. They are available for, say, $5 silver each.
Love it. For just like for a little bottle rocket.
Yeah, essentially, kind of like explodes into a bunch of sparks.
Sick.
I'll take the lot.
You want the whole box?
I don't know how many are there in there. I've never purchased these things before. We don't really sell them in Camelot.
They're 34.
How much is that in money?
17 gold.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot.
I'll pitch in.
I was gonna say I definitely want some of these too.
Oh, I'm buying it for everyone.
Well, then let me help pitch in at least.
Is that a Iron Sandic term? Pitch in.
Help pitch? No, I'm speaking. What? I know my. Did I say? Okay, I know my comment is a little rusty. What? How do you guys say it?
Vessel, he wishes to assist you.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'll contribute. I'll accept your contributions.
Sure. I'll tell you what. I will buy. Oh my god, math is so hard. I will buy 10 of them for 5 gold.
All right. We have 24 left.
I have 12 gold to use. How much is that?
That would, in theory, buy all of the remaining ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll settle with you. I'll pitch in 6 gold for 12.
Okay.
Cool.
And I'll also take 10 for 5.
Well, now that means there's only 2 left. So,
I'm confused. Wait.
There'll be 1 gold left.
wait. Okay, let's back up. There was
Sorry,
We're
I
all like
wasn't
hovering
paying
over this
attention.
merchant.
well, here, let's see. Okay, we will buy them all, and then we'll figure out how to tribute. So let's see. At 34, if we each wanted an equal amount, we would each buy like 8 or 9 of them. So, you know what? You go ahead and take 2 of these, and I give you 2 of my 10. And if you feel like giving me a gold for them, you can. I don't care. You already paid for the tattoo, which was unnecessary.
Here's a gold. Well, that was my promise to you, that I would get one with you and also pay for one.
All right, understood. So I now have 8. You have 2. So if you buy,
I have what? I gave you a gold. I have 2.
Correct. Yes, 2 for a gold.
This sounds safe.
So now you can buy 6 more to put yourself at 8 for 3 more gold.
I'll spend 3 more gold.
Awesome. And now there's 9 left over for Nara and 9 left over for Sheesh.
How many rockets does this make me have?
You have 8
You're doing
total.
math.
You have
Thank you.
8 total rockets.
How much did I give for the second
you have 8 total rockets and you spent 4 total gold, including the one that you gave to Cheese.
Okay, I'm subtracting them now. Thank you. Thank you for helping me with that.
Totally fine.
I have 8 rockets. I'll just put them in my inventory. Why do I have so many things in my inventory? Oh, I bought them all.
Alright, well this brings us...
8 rockets.
You got 8 rockets, I've got 8 rockets, and then I think each of them has 9 rockets. If they've paid for them.
Sweet. Which I think is 4
4
gold, 5 silver.
Yep.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Alright, excellent. You guys ever played with this stuff before?
No, what do we do with them?
Alright, so the first thing you need to
That's
understand...
right, I spend this much money on something I don't know how to use.
Well, you're about to have your mind blown. It's like magic, but there's no magic involved, right? It's
Not literally though, right?
It's right. It's false magic. It's technology. It is chemistry. It's alchemy. This powder, when you expose it to fire, explodes rapidly, and they add extra chemicals to it to make it have shiny colors. So you light this wick, and then you point it up towards the sky, and it shoots up there, and it'll explode in a brilliant color of shining lights. And it works better at night, so hold on to it until later. Don't waste it yet.
Okay.
I mean, they work the same either way, but they're more fun to look at night. They scatter and dazzle like stars. It's amazing. They're also really easy to see over long distances. Good for, I don't know, it's really pretty over the ocean.
That's something we have to do at night. What time of day is it, I guess? Is it we're just in the morning?
It's early, yeah? You just woke up?
It's fairly early. Festival stuff is just kind of starting to get going. If you guys want to kind of fast forward a little bit into actual, like, the festival is happening time, we can.
Maybe. I might take advantage of things still getting set up early. Are there, like...
Oh, cool,
there-
there's a little thing.
Are there money-making opportunities here? Either as in terms of like contests and games and stuff like that, Or also just like, could I set up either a merchant's booth or a fortune-telling booth or anything like that? Is there... How could I capitalize on this festival?
Right. So most of the games are going to be earning their own money. So they're like, here, pay a silver and then get a goldfish.
Sure, sure.
So there isn't a ton of, at least for those stalls, there isn't a ton of money-making opportunities. There is a bit of gambling that might happen. You might see some people on the side kind of playing cards or doing dice games or that sort of thing. So you could earn some money that way. Hello.
Ah,
So,
hey,
Hi,
everybody's
yo,
here.
man.
They're here.
We're just in time. We're at the festival. We just bought some fireworks, and Jupiter is now wondering if there's a way that we could potentially make money off of this festival, or at least him, because he's broke.
Stein goes over to Kohaku and to Alistair and offers them firework.
what kind of firework?
These are little rockets.
Little bottle rockets.
I
Oh,
have
very
8.
well.
Would you like? I don't know if you like these.
Ooh, where did you get these at?
We bought
Thank you.
them. There were only a few left. I have 8. Would you like to split?
There were only a few left. There were 34 left. They had a crate of these.
Okay, but
Did
okay.
you buy all of them?
How?
We did.
They did. Mr. I'm broke spent all his money on bottle rockets.
That's
So
why he's broke.
I have to tell the whole story here. I made it explicitly clear that what I'm actually doing is testing the water for the ability or availability of gunpowder, and I rolled a 99 on my D100 luck check for it. So of course I'm gonna
Yeah.
go all in on this.
It's fair.
With that said, though, shit, I was going somewhere. Oh, right, yes. 34 bottle rockets? Okay, are we talking little bottle rockets? Because you can burn through 34 bottle rockets in a minute if you're ambitious. Or are we talking, like, big, like,
I wrote up
rockets?
stats for them. You can
Fire will launch in
interpret them.
300 feet. Okay, these are not bottle rockets. Love it. Oh, God, these are kill
These are
people.
small
These are mortars.
Yeah.
Okay, these are mortars. Fuck yes.
Yeah, like these are like classic Chinese fireworks.
Right. These
Like
are...
the thing that
These are
Mulan builds.
Mulan fireworks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you
Oh, I
said-
love them.
Yes.
I was
some
definitely
fireworks,
picturing
please.
like actual
Okay.
bottle rockets.
I should clarify. They're slightly smaller than that. These are
Okay,
like
okay,
they're,
okay. Do they have
those.
dragon heads on them?
No, the dragon head ones
Aw.
are the like big like finale display. These are just some extra ones that they had.
Yeah.
How much is it for a finale display one?
Those are not available currently.
Would you
But
like
how
3?
much is it?
Yeah, I was going to say not lawfully.
Those would probably run you like 4 or 5 gold,
Okay.
Do you guys want to go steal some
which isn't
fireworks?
like
I kind of
like
do.
they're not super expensive, but they're limited in
Regulated.
supply, and the people that
Right.
can make them safely is a little bit rarer to find.
If I can have one of the small ones, I might be able to make big ones later.
Sure.
If I can
Hell
figure out
yeah.
how it works.
Oh well, would you like 3 of these then to mess around with?
One to use, one to break apart, and then a spare one. Yeah, I can do that.
That's-
That
You
sounds
guys are
great.
gonna fuck me with this.
He
Oh,
offers them like
yeah.
a bouquet, and then he gives like Kohaku 3 more. He
Thank
holds
you.
2
I
sure
for
will.
himself because he's like realizing they're kind of big. He straps 2 of them to
They
his
are like decently large. Like
for a kobold. Like,
yeah, especially for you. They were essentially all in just like a big wooden crate that was kind of separated with them kind of sitting in there.
yeah, so I have 2 fireworks, Alistair has 3, and Kohaku has 3. So excited.
All
We're
right.
gonna weaponize this shit.
Hell yeah. Or, keep it for signaling.
Yeah.
These,
They would be excellent for signaling things.
they're also very good for starting fires.
Really?
Yes.
But they do force. Oh yeah, fire and force. Oh god.
Fire and
dang.
force.
Yeah, I don't know what I briefly
These are
looked at the
strong.
stat block. But either way, a firework good for setting things on fire.
Okay,
Yeah.
Stein knows nothing about these. He just thinks they're cute. Like he doesn't
Oh
know
my
they're
god, they do
purple.
Is that 2d6? Okay.
Yes, it's 2d6.
Oh man, yep.
These are not just mortars. These are blow up your house bombs.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They sold these to us.
Yeah, they were like, we got so many of them, we need to, might as well offload them.
Love
They
it.
did make a lot of money from us, to be fair.
Yeah, these are like, hell yeah, this is the good shit. These are cherry bombs.
Who do I owe for these?
Oh no, I'm giving them to you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
For the present.
They were 700 gold each.
No, they weren't.
So,
he doesn't have that much even if he took all of Grandpa's wallet.
I gave them back. Unless Kohaku wants me to hold them to his wallet for the time being, I'll happily do it.
So, important thing with using these, if, God forbid you do it, but if you do, because I know you will, use these in combat, you can't just light the wick. Like you'd have to set
it's like cannon
flame
rules.
at the base. Like the wick would just, like it says, it lasts a d4 rounds before it goes off, unless you like apply fire directly, and then it's just going to explode like a bomb.
Oh god, this is dangerous. Someone can just firebolt one of these. I'm wearing them on my back.
Well, you made one mistake there. You said firebolt one of them. And
exactly.
What actually is going to happen is we're going to firebolt 34 of them in a bundle at the same time.
Right.
I'm wearing one. Well, it's an object, so it's immune to everything.
It's going to be one of the prettiest deaths of the campaign, whatever it is.
You're going to be just going to be a sparkle of firework and shattered glass.
I gotta say, guys, everyone's...
Worry.
Or go ahead.
Don't you worry. Once I get evasion, my social anxiety will prevent me from taking any damage.
I mean, everyone has to go one way or another, right? And I figure, if you go out in a literal blaze of glory, beautiful colors, stars against the night sky, that seems like a good way to go, right?
Good lord, I'm just a servant. I don't want to die.
I wasn't talking... Okay, this was like a hypothetical. I wasn't talking about you.
Okay.
How old are you?
In general.
No clue.
No clue?
I'm at least 19.
At least 19. That's pretty old for a kobold, isn't it?
I don't know.
Okay.
What's old for a kobold? How much do you know about my people?
I don't know. How much do I know about his people?
I can... Oh, boy. Okay, let me pull up my table. My handy-dandy lore table.
Excellent.
Who was who was the oldest kobold I knew in my little commune, I guess?
So, and they would have been probably 15, 20.
I'm almost as old as they are now. I might die next year.
Yeah, or anybody else that wants to kind of know more about goblins specifically, can give me, I guess, either history or medicine.
Okay.
Damn it.
Excellent.
Good.
Tomorrow. Dying tomorrow.
Oh, speaking of tomorrow, today is the 26th, or is it the 27th now? I'm pretty sure it's the 26th.
26th.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I need to keep track of that. Maybe.
Cool.
I'll roll, even though. Should I?
Yeah,
roll
I mean,
advantage?
you and Cheesh should.
We're both
roll.
goblins. Here's my history. Should I roll this with a +5?
Sure.
Wow. Dustin did not know today. Oh, she did good.
Yeah, he's just like.
The only responsible person in this party.
Cheesh and Kohaku did good.
It's weird doing well on history rolls.
Right?
must be a nice change.
You have a -1 to this.
You have a -1 again?
Yeah.
No, wait, didn't you learn your lesson?
I like how you're pointing fingers at him. You chose Khan as a dump stop.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I didn't learn my lesson. I mean, it's probably always going to be a dump stat for me. on,
It's
on,
the
a-
funnest
on a
one
lot
to
of characters.
dump.
Yeah,
It's a
but
lot
I
of fun
learned
to dump.
the lesson I learned is to not make int your dump stat on a character where you
That
know that
needs to
like
know.
your history is gonna be a big part, and you gotta like remember shit, and
That
you're also like,
tracks.
you know,
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so Kohaku and Chish, you guys would know that
Bless your
Bless you.
mom.
Gesundheit.
Bless
God,
you.
fucking hell.
My mom
Don't worry.
sneezes the exact same way.
That's my
can't
dad, yeah.
So that's my mom.
I think it's
I've heard
it's a parent thing. I think.
Oh, yeah. If one of your parents doesn't have the world's loudest sneezes, you're not a real child.
Mine both
Oh,
do.
no.
My dad has the ones that scare people in stores because he does them out of nowhere, and then my mom has the one where she rapid fires like 4 or 5 in a row every time.
Yeah.
I'm scared because I sneeze like that now. Does that
You're
mean
gonna
I'm a
be
dad?
you're gonna be a dad someday.
Could it be a
Yeah, I definitely refer to him as dad sneezes because
You definitely feel like it, yeah.
6 more weeks.
Don't worry.
Okay. So, yeah, Shish and Kawaku. You guys would know that kobolds are goblins in this world. Goblins are just a kind of a weird race that mutate very rapidly. So their physical characteristics tend to change. But you would know that as far as like age and stuff go, it's pretty consistent across most goblin species. So you think State's probably still got a decent amount of time left. They
Find these.
reach kind of like they age very slightly quicker than like a human. So they reach adulthood probably around 16 generally, and then they'll live to early 80s, maybe late 70s.
Very well.
Okay, so you're, alright, you got some time left then.
He's not yet geriatric.
Far from it.
I mean, he's barely an adult.
I don't feel geriatric.
I
Is that a disease?
Nah, it just means you're old.
I'm old?
No, you're not. No, you're like, you're a little younger than I would be if I was a kobold.
It's a lot of numbers.
It's fine, Stain. Elders are respected in this culture.
Absolutely.
Like, he's trying to think of an elder they've met recently. The old tavern lady.
Kaku.
Or Juno. But don't tell her I called her an elder or she'll kill me.
Have I met you though?
What? Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, you were gonna go on a date with her, but that was the other guy.
I don't believe I had the pleasure.
We can go meet her if you want. Maybe she'll want to do some festival stuff.
She's your family? Certainly. I'd love to meet her.
She is a woman of uncommon beauty.
Many stories. Many stories.
I love stories.
Now, what are our plans for the day, though? Do we want to,
Festival!
Okay, let's go play some games, then. That sounds fun. Well, let's go get Juno, and then we'll go play some games.
So, just to jump way back to your money making thing.
Oh, right, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, so I guess one of the things that a lot of people will do is they'll like make and sell things at a stand or whatever. So if you have anything that you are capable of making, either whittling or whatever, that's an option. Food stands are also an option.
I could do that.
Outside of that, it is kind of just a little bit of gambling is available, and otherwise, most games are just kind of like prize-based things.
Do they have jousts over here?
Oh god.
Contest strength.
Somebody supervise Teru. I will. It's fine.
Okay.
Nope, you volunteered? Okay. That was quick.
There isn't jousting. Most of the it's a very different kind of festival from a lot of Camelosian stuff, at least
Yeah.
for this.
He's
festival
excited to
specifically.
like take part in the new culture, so he's like trying everything new. I think back home he very much enjoys like snow melt with the family. It's a treat because they don't really get to go do much. It's expensive, but when they can, it's delightful.
I thought snowmelt is what you called snow cones for a second.
No, that's the new year apparently.
Okay.
That's what it's it's first melt. We had a long discussion at the start of the campaign about how nobody can remember the name of this holiday, even though it's just first
It's
melt.
First melt
New
it
year
should not be
now.
that hard to remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Snow melt sounds cute.
Snow melt does sound kind of cute.
That's what I'm
First
gonna
melt.
name
First
my snow cone stand, which I'm not making because that sounds like a lot of effort.
Yeah, it really does sound like it. I'm kind of in the same boat where it would be kind of fun to just play games and maybe win some prizes, especially if some of those games can be things where the prizes are money. If we have a lull, though, I did just buy this fancy new deck of divination cards, and maybe I'll try to set up a booth for that.
Oh, do you need help setting it up?
Possibly, but we'll deal with that later. I wouldn't want to drag you into it. Let's have some fun first.
Alrighty.
If you do set up, I'll be your first customer. I'm curious.
I'd love to have my future told.
Then let us jump ahead a little bit. We'll jump to the evening.
Good evening.
As the day progresses, is rest, relax, kind of get ready, get dressed up in your finery, and prepare to head out to the festival. And as the night progresses, you can start to hear the din of people starting to flood the streets. The sound of music playing and people chatting and laughing. The sound of various games going on can be kind of heard echoing throughout the streets. And it's a very, just a lively and jovial time. And yeah, you guys are able to start looking around.
Hell yeah.
I guess, what do you guys want to look into first? There's food, games, little knickknack shops. You can try and find some kind of shady gambling, whatever you kind of feel like.
Direct me to your tchotchke stand, good sir.
What's a tchotchke?
A knick-knack.
I do not.
Souvenirs.
You see a couple down one of the streets. There's a bunch of little like kind of pop-up stands that have been set up with little like cloth awning overhangs. They're brightly colored. There's a bunch of hanging lanterns that are flickering with little candle and torchlight. And you see a big display. There's one stand that has a bunch of just very intricate carved and painted wooden masks.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Could I get a cat one so I can feel like the rest of the party?
3 cat masks, please. You guys also see make sure I get this description right. There we go. There's a little stand with 3 girls kind of sitting at it, kind of running it, and sitting kind of next to their stand, or not even sitting, just kind of laying there, is this massive mound of white and black fur.
What's that?
They have a bunch of little knickknacks. Their shop has a bunch of like, it's kind of like a wide variety of things that are just kind of like little charms and for, it wouldn't be keychains, but they're essentially like little charms and like pendants and things that you would accessorize with.
Is this like a pile of furs, or does it just look like a sleeping creature? What is this thing?
It kind of just looks like a big, like, ball of fur, like a pelt of some kind. But it does seem to be breathing, and as a couple of people walk past, it does kind of like lift its head, and you see that it's actually like a full-on panda,
Hell yes.
and it kind of like looks at a couple of people and then like tucks its head back down and is just kind of like snoring.
Well, I need to go see these keychains.
Yep, I gotta go see that
Yeah.
panda.
That too.
I want
I
to
don't
touch
know
the
which one.
panda.
Are we allowed to touch the panda? What sort? Is that a bear? I've never seen such a bear.
Party
What do you mean?
mascot.
Yeah, a couple of the three girls are all dressed in like really nice, like festival kimonos, various different colors. Each has a different flower pattern on it. And one of the girls says, "Oh, that's Chi Chi. Don't mind her. She's just kind of guarding the shop. You can pet her if you want. She's real friendly."
Oh my god, yes, I'm there.
Uh,
I am trying to become this panda's best friend.
Okay, you like immediately come over and like burn your hands in its fur.
Oh yes.
It's real, like soft, warm panda. It kind of like grumbles and then looks up at you. Uh, Eyes kind of narrow a little bit, and then it just like rolls over and fully like exposes its belly.
Yes.
oh, it's so warm and soft. We can't do this with bears back in Camelot. They're very aggressive.
Mini,
Most of the bears here are pretty aggressive too.
Yeah.
Had Chi Chi ever since she was a baby.
What does she eat? Meat?
Mostly bamboo.
Bamboo. Do bears eat bamboo? I'm so confused.
Here they do. Pandas, at least. Technically not a bear, even though they get called panda bears.
It looks quite like a bear.
They do.
you ever notice that bears basically just look like big dogs?
Do they?
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah,
really
a little
paid
bit.
that close attention.
There's a lot of big dogs that look like bears.
That's true. Are we sure this isn't just a large dog?
Do you think perhaps the person who invented animals didn't have a very creative day?
Yeah, I think on their worst day they were like, what if I just made a tube and that's how snakes happen?
I love snakes.
And worms.
And
And
worms.
eels. There's so many just tubes. Tubes are very
Yeah.
efficient.
If you think about it, all life is really just a tube with extra parts around it.
Exactly, yeah.
It's true.
That really is
It's a
basically
tube with extra tubes.
Yeah,
You're a tube. I'm a tube.
we're all tubes. Except for crabs, which I guess are still technically kind of
Yeah, that's
tubes.
tubes in them too, I'm sure.
Well, they're more like a disc with a bunch of tubes.
Well, it's just because they're flatter, like there's still an in hole and an out hole. It's like a straw, right? Like just because a straw is tall doesn't mean that it has two holes.
Now here's the real question. Does a straw have one or two holes?
Well, it's got one, obviously.
Stein
What
looks
about the other side?
genuinely distraught at this question.
Anyways, do you guys want to buy anything?
Absolutely.
Maybe,
Yes.
yeah. What do you got? Oh, look, I'll see what they got. Cool stuff. Do they have anything star themed?
They have a little like wooden star that is attached to essentially like a braided cord with a couple of beads, and they have a bunch of different things like that with different shaped attachments, and you can either attach them to like the end of your sword or your like scabbard or something,
Or your
Or-
cell phone.
or your cell phone.
Or your sending stone, you know?
But yeah, they're like essentially little knickknacks that you would like attach to like a bag or other things as like good luck charms,
That makes
that
sense.
sort of thing.
Do they have any shaped like a dragon?
They do quite a few, but they are all kind of Eastern dragons, so they're the
Yeah.
long kind of whiskered ones, which is very
They look
different
kind
from
of like snakes.
kind of yeah.
That's true. Dragons are also on the tube list.
They are very different from the dragons that you're used to.
Hmm. I'd like to purchase one of those. Is there one that's like a sign of fortune or nobility or like bravery?
For if you want fortune, I believe that is going to be the frog one, but let me double check my notes.
I'm excited there's lore that has to do with symbolism. I want to learn them all.
Yeah, I've spent a lot. I did a lot.
The good news is you have notes, so you can just look at it.
Notes are good.
Yeah, I'll type it down
Yeah.
for
So they have one. Yeah, this one's a symbol of Tomi, the frog god, and yeah, it's essentially like a. I should clarify. These girls are fairly young, and it's pretty clear that they handcrafted most of these things.
Yeah.
So they're not like super intricately, finely crafted things. A lot of them
Yeah.
get a little bit abstract, and you can see that, especially the ones like that Jupe is looking for, like the stars and stuff. Anything that's like a slightly simpler shape, much better craftsmanship because it's like, yeah. Anything that's a little bit more intricate, especially like the dragon ones, you can see that there's some proportional issues. But the little frog one is essentially like a frog kind of like hunched back, kind of front profile, hunched back on its back legs, and it's got its front legs kind of sitting on what looks like a little like coin shape.
Huh.
Yeah. So this is for good fortune and prosperity in like business and stuff. It's also good for like healing.
I don't think they're magical. I think they're just kind of
Yeah.
they're trinkets.
Yeah, they're just trinkets.
Yeah, they're just like little good luck charms. They aren't magical in any way.
I'd like one for fortune, one for bravery and nobility. I'll take the frog one and the dragon one. I don't know if they have one for bravery and nobility.
They do.
The
Sword,
lore.
yeah. Um, the they have one that's kind of shaped like essentially like a big boar. It's very like front heavy. It's like a big front shoulders, a big goofy head. For
I love this lore.
this is said to bring bravery or fortune to the brave and the bold.
Is this Inosuke? Is it just Inosuke?
Kind of. This
The
one's
bobblehead Inosuke?
Yasekami.
Yasi. Yasakami.
This is a Funko Pop.
Yasekami.
Yasekami.
This is a god of recklessness, prosperity, and risk taking.
Awesome. One of those, and the last one's nobility.
Oh, it's a tiger. No, I don't know.
What was the last one?
Nobility.
Nobility. God, Neo fully in my head.
Tiger, huh?
Yeah.
Look at these weebs sharing
this-
brain cells.
There's kind of like
That
a
was
tiger,
a guess,
a
but
tiger-like face. This is and this one's Sangen. It's the god of dignity, courage, and ferocity.
Oh. Yeah, he buys these. Sangen.
Yeah. Each of these is 5 silver pieces.
Dun dun dun. So that's 2. I think I bought 4. Yeah, including the
Sure.
dragon one.
Sorry, these would each be 3 silver pieces.
Oh, thanks. Damn, that's more math. 3, 6, 9. Okay, cool. Cool. That's 12 silver.
Anyone else looking for Anything in particular here?
I think Juke browses for a bit, but is eventually going to pass. I should save my money for other things.
I'll buy you one.
They're like a silver, you said?
3 silver for each.
Okay. If there's another nobility one, I'll pick that one up.
Yeah, there's another one that's of Songen.
Songen.
Immediately, fucking Stain gives the fortune one to Jupe.
Huh?
The bravery one to Sheesh,
Oh.
and the nobility one to Kohaku, and the dragon one to Nico.
No.
But mostly to Nara first.
Yeah, make sure he
It's for
doesn't
Nico.
fall on
Just
that.
make sure he doesn't eat it.
Nico
It's
starts
like,
choking on it.
Don't choke it. He gives it to
No,
like
no, no.
Nara first. It's for Nico, but don't let him choke on it. And then he's looking at Alistair and it's like, What are
Hello.
your hobbies, Mr. Alistair?
Well, I have these field journals that I take. I like drawing pictures and stuff in them too. I don't know. I feel like pictures express more than words can sometimes, and I really like books that have pictures. I feel like textbooks should too.
I really appreciate it because I can't read. So, can I get a creativity one? Which one is the creativity one?
That would be Zima, and they take out a one that is essentially like a. It's just kind of like a chunky looking spider.
Oh,
It's a chunky spider. They say this one represents
because-
creativity.
So you can tell that it's supposed to be like more of just like a regular spider, but they probably tried to do it once and the legs got too thin and they kept snapping.
That would make
Oh,
sense.
no.
So they had to make it like it's pretty chunky. It just kind of looks like a weird like splattered bug. But yeah, it's supposed to be Zemo.
That's also kind of cute. I love
yeah,
it.
I kind of want to get one of those too for Petisa.
For Fetisa.
It's squat. It reminds me of a jumping spider.
I get one. I tried to find their best one, like one with more legs in it.
Yeah.
Give me your leggiest spider.
They're like, it's-
This one has 12 legs.
This
That
one
makes
has
it
12
better.
it's less crab-like, so I hope you like it.
They give you you can find 2 of them.
There's only 2. They gave up on making the spider.
No, like there's a couple, but you can find 2 that are like pretty decent.
Yeah. I would like to buy another nobility tiger one. Songen, was it?
Yeah.
And I'll save that to send to Talon.
I should also mention that most of these, even though they're like the same representations of gods, a lot of them are like carved at different angles. So one of the tigers is kind of like a full like tiger body, and another is just like the head.
Oh, it's unique.
So yeah, they're all like a little bit different. And they would also explain that Zemo is a trickster deity of creativity, wit, and happiness.
It sounds quite fitting.
Do they have any representing justice?
Justice. Yeah,
Justice.
There's got to be a god of
I
justice,
can tell
right?
already that this is your most Philo character, and I'm so excited. I love it.
More,
Yeah.
more Philo than Philo.
More Philo than Philo, yeah.
It's the Batman symbol.
It better not be a bat.
Can I get the chunkiest looking Songen? Like the chubbiest looking one?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
'Cause I think Taylor really likes cute chubby things.
Do they have one where it's
Find one that's a little bit too round.
Look at this one. She like this one.
Oh my god, did I not make one for justice?
how could you not?
Make it cool. Make it just a pure white mask.
Or karma?
Is karma luck? Or justice and karma kind. Retribution, something like that. You know.
Right.
Oh man, do I get a mask and be a weeb?
I'm gonna get a mask. I'm gonna get a
I
cat
would.
mask.
Okay, I would say that Senshi is pretty close to that, and they show you one that is essentially like a carving of like a little wolf.
Ooh.
And Kohaku would know this just based on this. A lot of the things that they're kind of suggesting to you guys as you're like looking for symbolic things, a lot of these are based on the prime deities of Tyriku.
I hope this is not the equivalent of sending Tail and Jesus. Like,
No.
okay, cool. Will they get in trouble in Camelot for having a depiction of a different god? It's just a
No.
tiger. I'm sure they won't get in trouble.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's a chubby tiger. Look at it.
It's so cute.
Yeah. Senshi is the wolf god of cunning, warriors, and nightmares. Though they are god to be feared for their wrath, they are also pretty loyal and honest.
Sounds pretty cool.
Okay, so it was Senshi. Can you write these? Can you type these out?
Can you send us the lore page? Can we grill these girls on how much they know about the gods?
Sure.
This is actually a good lore dump.
Tell
for
me
these-
about your god.
Tell me about these charms, basically, and what they represent. Then just send us the page so you don't have to read every single one.
I can't because there might be spoilers.
Okay, that's fair. You
I can't just like copy paste the whole
Yeah.
thing.
You have
Just
to
want to-
copy paste just the surface level stuff. That being said, what does the dragon mean? You watch it mean something really scary. Like, oh, whoops, I'm sorry.
The dragon god is essentially the god of oceans, tides, and storms. He's also said to bestow knowledge of medicines and is a patron of sailors.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Oh, would you like one?
You said medicine and sailors and dragon.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, sign me up.
I got one for Nara.
Here, you guys fill time and chat about your secrets, and I'll type up a little short lore dump of all
Excellent.
these gods and stuff.
So apparently, would you like to switch Nara and Jupe?
Yeah, I'd be
Since
down for that.
I think Nara needs fortune more raising a child.
For sure, for sure.
This is for you, good fortune raising a child. It will help you in any way.
Thanks. Much appreciated.
You've done really well. He's grown so big since I last saw him, which is apparently a week ago. He says frowning.
Did we get a name for the dragon, or is he typing that up still?
I think it's typing it up. So we're just gonna play for time.
Sick.
So how do you use one of these? He just holds up the fireworks to like anyone in the party.
This bit. You light this bit, and then you make sure it's pointed towards the sky, and then you stand
Get away
clear
from
of
it.
it. Yeah.
I don't really have Tinder, unfortunately.
Oh, I've got some.
Yep, we can
Maybe I should buy some spark. Yeah, we'll just share these. How long will it take for it to go off?
A few
Do we have time
seconds.
to duck for cover?
If we all need spark rocks, might not be a bad idea.
Have you guys ever had fireball fights?
Fireball fights.
Yeah.
What's a fireball fight? Oh my god, this sounds wonderful.
It's where you take these rockets and, shoot them at each other.
I would not advise aiming this at somebody.
Oh, no,
Sounds very
no.
dangerous.
Part of the fun is you have to dodge.
Ah,
I was never allowed to touch these.
It's good training.
Is this considered part of a rest, mechanically, like this festival?
No, you just
We
got
just
one.
had-
Okay. We just had one though. I wasn't sure if like a festival counted it for like a long rest or something.
Gotcha. No, like we just finished a long rest. We're
Okay, cool. So we're basically full.
yeah, except
we
for
should
hit
be.
dice. I guess technically we're making
Okay.
progress towards the rest of our hit dice.
Yeah.
Well, if any of us get hit by the fireball, I just heal it off and we're fine.
Yeah. Well, the problem is it might immediately kill one.
Ooh.
Yes, let's play something much safer. Have you ever heard of knife apple?
What's
Knife
How does that work?
Knife
Well,
apple.
Well, you see, everybody starts with a knife, and we get in a circle. Then I say, I throw an apple to you, Jupe. And the aim is to catch the apple on your knife or your fork or whatever sharp object you want.
Okay.
And then you throw the apple to somebody else,
All right.
and they have to catch it with their knife.
I'm in. Let's do it. You got an apple?
Of course.
Hit me. Let's fucking go. Juke pulls out a
And-
dagger.
And the aim of the game is to not drop the apple and also not to get stabbed.
All right. Sounds great. Is this out of? Is this a chef game? Do you play this? This feels like.
That sounds like a fun game. I will refrain from it right now.
All right. I'm ready. Let's do it.
My wisdom
Oh.
of 16 says this is not a good idea.
I'd
What do
only
we
be
what do
able
we
to-
roll? What do we roll for this?
It's got to be dexterity, right?
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. 5.
Immediately gets stabbed and dies.
A 10 is
Well-
immediately
No.
stabbed.
Well, and besides, not right now. I'm just throwing an apple at him. So
Yeah. We're not throwing knives. We're throwing apples.
Yeah, that's enough to kill Jupe. He's HP.
It's true. You do a 10 is good enough. You catch the apple.
okay,
Oh,
but
wow.
but then you throw it with the knife still in it, and as you go around the circle, the apple has more knives in it.
Okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, I understand the game now. That's
You don't just pull a knife.
okay.
That's why it's
Okay.
called knife apple.
Knife
I
apple.
thought you had to
right.
fling it off of the knife onto some.
Okay,
This-
right. Yes, that's what I thought too.
This makes more sense for you now.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
the only game more dangerous than Mumbledy Peg.
Yeah.
What is Mumbledy Peg? How is it less dangerous than this?
Mumbledy Peg is a knife game that's very dangerous.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, you drop the apple.
Oh
Damn.
no.
Ah, there were 2 knives in it, so that means you get 2 lashes. Now come here.
Oh god, I didn't know this part.
Isn't that why your back is so injured?
She's just kind of like
You
Blink.
dropped the...
blinks a few times, then he's like, "Yeah,
What a twist it would be if you set yourself up to have this like big traumatic backstory,
just-
and it's just
there
because you and your idiot coworkers played knife apple.
There were 42 knives in this apple. You get 42 lashes.
Jesus.
42d4 damage. What's the dexterity on a knife? Do they have a damage bonus? The dexterity of an apple, I should say. Sorry.
Right.
I don't think an apple has a dexterity. It's whatever
It
strength.
has
So
a
it's 0. That's -5, right?
Yeah.
Minimum 1 damage. 42 damage.
42.
Okay, so
tracks.
real quick, now that we've
Okay,
got
I
this
take
list,
2 damage. Got it.
now that we've got this list, Ryujin is a constellation. Are these others also constellations, or are they gods? What are these? What is this list? What is this a list of?
There are constellations of these. These are all the Tyreekan gods.
Okay, excellent, cool,
The prime Tyreekan gods, to
sure.
clarify. And Kohaku would know that the all of the kind of like great noble clans are all named after the
Ah,
Oh.
I get it. These are all the clans.
some of them. Most of them.
Not all of them.
Mercy and Beauty, then, huh?
Hmm.
All right. Well, thank you for the charm, and I'll nod over to Stain.
Thanks for your business.
It's time.
Stein, right? Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. I'm still getting used to it myself. But out of character.
Chi-Chi, say thank you. And a panda grumbles and gets up and when she nuzzles each of you
I
and then
love
lays
her.
back down and flops over. Good girl.
You can unlock Touch the Panda.
I have added it to my animals seen list.
You can turn it into
Oh
a
my
panda.
god.
Right there, down at the bottom.
Leech panda.
I wondered what you meant by panda acquired. I'm like, did we buy a panda?
Yep.
That makes so much more sense.
Every time when you're playing Jupe in the video game, you will see in the corner every time you see an animal, panda acquired. Frog acquired. You know, crawdad acquired.
All
Do
right.
they have a zoo? Can we go to a zoo?
I was gonna say, I've just gotta find my. Well, we're going to a zoo. We're going to Bono's. That's right. That's right. Okay, I have another reason to go to Bono's ship now. All right.
Drake has decided that everything in Bano's ship is not an animal.
Yep, it's all monstrosities.
It's all already been sold.
It's all monstrosities. That
No,
that
they're only gonna have
classification of beasts that should exist.
they're only gonna have dogs and cows and chicken.
All those exotic animals. The notoriously exotic chicken.
I can see them trying to sell those as exotic, but they painted and decorated them weirdly. Like there are some weird freak show places where they just take an animal and they pretend it has wings, for example, and it's literally just stuff glued to it.
Oh man, you're gonna love Nowhere if we have to go to Nowhere for some reason.
Oh no.
All right.
I'm guessing there's so many animals you haven't seen there.
Definitely.
Speaking of animals, like this is a smaller town or village. Like, would they happen to have like a pet type shop where I could get like, or just find materials where I could throw together something for Nico, like a lion dance dragon outfit?
They so they wouldn't have like a pet shop in the way that we think of pet shops
Right.
currently, but like there are farms and there are people that raise animals and they need supplies. So there's definitely some shops where they sell goods dedicated to like raising and taking care of animals. So you could almost certainly find something.
Can I get a little cricket in an adorable wooden cage like Mulan?
Potentially, probably not at the quote unquote pet shop, but they probably have those at one of the stands as a reward for winning.
Nara, if you invent clothes for pets, I swear to God.
No, this is this is just so like Nico could, have fun and not be cooped up in my hood. So he could roam
You
around
think
and
that's not
incognito.
going to? It's not gonna draw attention.
Of course not.
A big, a tiny little lion dog costume.
Yeah.
This is why you're only wearing
And
a
it
coat
jingles
behind that
whenever
armor.
whenever Nico walks.
It's just a dog,
Give
probably.
me a D100.
Say get him the spider costume.
No.
Yes, people will avoid him.
Okay, so you can't find like a proper costume for him, but you can find a little like functionally like a little dog harness and a little like kind of like a thunder jacket that you're able to put on him to kind of keep him a little bit covered up and let him roam around a bit.
Yeah. I get the thunder jacket. I'll let him roam around. I'll just keep an eye on him.
Okay.
So
He
cute.
he kind of just he doesn't look like super draconic currently. Like at a glance, there's a lot of like things are kind of like atmospherically lit currently. It's night. He kind of just looks like a chubby iguana. So you could probably just get away with letting him kind of roam around close to you.
Yeah, he's just my dog in a costume.
Oh, that's a really good costume.
What's
Oh,
its
thanks.
breed?
Chihuahua.
Oh, I didn't realize they had such short legs. Yeah, you guys kind of I kind of have a run of the place. I don't know if you want to keep doing knick-knack shopping or look for some games or something.
I would love to find some games, especially if they have prizes involved. But if I know Sheesh was looking for souvenirs and stuff, so if he finds one
Yeah,
first.
and I gotta leave in like 10 minutes. So
Sure.
Yeah, let's
and
get you.
yeah, I wanted to look at the masks, and then Sheesh also just wanted to look at like a fancy portable or traveling like tea set or other similar cookware if they have it.
Oh yeah, mine's
Uh,
disappeared. What happened to it?
You probably wouldn't find any traveling tea sets at the festival, but you could have definitely picked one up prior to that during your long rest. I will have to go figure out how much I. Do you remember how much I charged you for this? I think it was like 5 gold or something.
That sounds about right for a
It
tea
sounds
set.
about right. For a whole ass tea set, including the tea
Yeah.
leaves, I think
It
I
was-
paid some anywhere from 3 to 5. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was about 5 gold.
I got a
for
good
a
one too.
for a
I want a tea set. Why didn't I
This-
think to get a tea set?
So it's not like a fancy like China tea set. It's like a traveling
Yeah.
thing. So it's got a little
yeah.
like
Oh,
pop up
okay.
stand that you put over like a little low campfire and the little tea set that kind of sits in it, and then a bunch of cups and things.
Yeah. The one I bought specifically, I think, was a porcelain one. That's why it's more expensive. Though
No,
it's for serving.
you got a
Not,
traveling one as well.
yeah, I got one for making the thing and one for serving it. Because he's really bougie and wants to serve Kohaku.
Aw. What a guy.
like- This is what
Wait.
nobles do, right?
But yeah, you can get that for 5 gold over the course of your long rest, and then you can check out the mask stand. And the masks are very like kind of traditional Japanese masks. So there's like the little like wooden fox masks and stuff.
Like probably a little Pikachu.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Happy Mask Salesman from Legend of Zelda. But there's all kinds of different designs there. A lot of them, because of the region that you guys are in, are fox based in just general proportion. But there's a couple other ones. There's like a cute little like goofy looking frog. A couple of rabbits. Yeah, a bunch of like weird human ones.
I want the goofy little frog.
Yeah, you can get a goofy little frog mask. These masks are a little bit more expensive because they're fully painted and stuff. So they're about 5 silver each.
I still want one. They're cool.
Yeah. They also have a couple like Tengu masks with a big nose, bright red.
Are there cat ones?
There are a couple that are like a little bit more cat-like. There's a couple of Oni masks as well.
Man, what do I pick? I'm gonna think about it and then come back, and then what I want's gonna be gone.
Get the little,
Just like
get the
Ren
little
Fair.
bunny one
Just like
with the
Red
like
Bear.
cheek stripes on it.
Is it kind
It's
of like
cute.
this?
Is it a
Cat,
funny one?
there is a cat one that's kind of like that, but it's got the lower jaw as well.
Oh, cool. It's got lower
Is there one that looks eerily like my own real face?
Can I get that one?
No, only because of the color.
Damn shame.
Oh, so there's the one that looks like mine?
Not really. A lot of the
Okay.
the animal ones are like kind of just white with bright colored like it's like makeup markings.
Okay.
Usually in like a bright red or a blue.
They're pretty. I do like those.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, and you can see a bunch of people walking around with different masks that are like kind of either worn fully on their face or like off to the side a little bit.
Stein realizes it doesn't fit over his muzzle, so he wears it just exactly where his bandana was.
Nice. But yeah, you guys are just welcome to come back at any point. Let's see if there's any still available.
5 silver.
And you have
Or 5 silver, right?
5 silver each, yeah. You have your big old frog mask, which. What?
It's beautiful.
Okay, good. You're on this map. I'm just gonna kind of do a very crude, quick mouse drawing of basically the shape of this thing.
Cute.
It's just like that. It's got
The
these like,
frog, it's cute.
bulging
Aw.
eyes out of the top of it, and this like real big frowny face.
Love it.
It's just like an upside down V.
It's the perfect Animal Crossing character. I don't even know what outfit they wear, and I want them.
It's the chibiest little frog mask.
It's
Yeah.
basically it's just a stupid frog from Railgun.
Yeah, she spends
yeah.
the rest of the day wearing that.
Excellent. Yeah. Before you have to leave, Sheesh, was there anything else you want to look into?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Would you like to set up a cooking stall? That's why you're away?
Sure. If you would be so merciful as to let me, let my character sit out the rest of the session doing something productive and maybe even make a little money off of it instead of demeaning myself with the usual plot shits. Then yeah, she shall set up a little cooking stall.
You can do both.
I don't know, man. We have a long-standing tradition here.
Well,
I'm gonna.
Usually that's when like someone is just like gone for the whole session.
I'll leave it up to the group. Party vote.
But also she should want to partake in festival games and stuff with the rest of the group too.
I love the idea of setting up stalls. I support this. I think you should have a food stall.
That'd be good.
I agree. I think you should shit after.
Exactly. Hey man, I am normally a strong proponent of the if you're not here, you're shitting your brains out movement. But
that's the slogan for Olive Garden.
You're not here, you're shitting your brains out.
Look, man, I just had Olive Garden yesterday, and
I had it a couple days ago too. That was pretty good.
It was all right.
I did nothing but eat soup. I had 4 bowls of soup.
God, the chicken gnocchi soup is so good.
Or no, I wanted 4 bowls of soup, but I think I ended up eating 1.5 and taking 1 home. Yeah, that's what happened.
Perfect.
Anyway, sorry, enough about soup.
What do you make, Sheesh?
Well, I probably like kind of take a gander of the other stalls and see what kind of food they're making, and then try to do something that's a little different to attract some attention. So I imagine if this is kind of like an Asian festival, there's a lot of like that kind of stuff. It's like the type of I don't know names of any of it, but I know what anime Asian street food looks like. So but
Like
A lot of
noodles.
takoyaki.
yeah, there's like little fried fish buns and stuff, and dumplings on
Yeah.
sticks, and all sorts of that stuff. But she'll probably try to do like he's probably has a lot of experience with more like Mervellian. Is that how you would say it?
Merveyan.
Merveyan, yeah, Merveyan cooking. So he probably tries to do some of that. So there's like some nice savory bread stuffs probably, and I don't know what
A lot
else.
of French style cuisine.
Yeah.
Do you want to do fried donuts? I guess.
Oh man.
I wrote lore for this.
Good.
For
Yeah.
fried donuts.
For this,
Yeah,
for this specific.
that's my lore skill thing too, is regional cooking. So
Yeah, I'll give you an extra +5 on that. That's
Yes.
26.
hell,
Merveyan,
Here you go.
Merveyan food has commonly, let's see, it's often stuff that is eaten by hand, with meat being sliced off of large pieces. Sauces are almost always used and come thick and heavily seasoned. Uh, Heavily flavored mustards are pretty common, and then wines and cheese are staples of Merveyan cuisine.
so she probably sets up like a little kebab stand.
Definitely.
Oh my
Sheesh's
goodness.
kebabs. We made it, folks.
We did
It's
it.
perfect.
We
We
did
got
it. We can quit the campaign now.
We
And
can.
with that, I leave for the rest of the session.
Excellent.
Thank
See-
you, Philo. That was beautiful.
God
I wasn't even
Thank you,
going for
Philo.
it.
damn it.
Oh, it's great.
It really worked out just perfectly. Have a good night, though. Love you.
Thank you. I hope the rest of the festival and session goes well. Let me know if anybody dies or if Sheesh makes any money.
Will do.
Okay.
Let's
I'll
go buy
send you
some
it.
stuff from Sheesh.
Stuff.
I need it. I need this in my mouth.
But yeah, she kind of makes this a really wonderful kebab stand with a, I guess it's just like really nice cuts of meat, and then little like dipping sauces that you grab on the way. He might have even been able to purchase and kind of purpose some de Leon cheese.
Oh my goodness. I love that stuff. Alistair does. I could probably just put mustard right on cheese and eat that, right?
Oh God,
That's possible.
That's
That's a thing you can perform.
is a thing you can do, just like you can dip breadsticks in Coke.
God.
God. No, I think that's worse. It's still worse than.
While we were moving, very related, I promise. We were in the van going over, and I thought about that conversation and nearly threw up.
Really?
Yeah. Like helping the stick move was, I'm a nerd. I don't do physical labor. I'd been doing physical labor for more than I have in 2 months. And I just suddenly thought of the image of dipping breadsticks in Coke.
In Coke.
Yep. Nearly threw up. It was gross. That's my story.
I'm glad you didn't throw up.
No.
That sounds pretty awful.
I'm so
Anyway.
sorry.
I'll catch y'all later.
Later.
Hello, dude.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too. So yeah, Sheesh breaks off from you guys to begin selling some of his lovely cuts of meat, and the rest of you guys are able to head out and fuck around.
Hell yeah.
Good. World's your oyster.
Let's go find some games, some contests.
All right.
I want to throw knives and darts and shit. Maybe gamble. Gambling also sounds fun.
Mm.
So, if you were looking for any sort of shooting games, they have some archery contests or some like archery stands.
Yes, I would be down for that.
It is very like classic kind of carnival archery stand kind of a thing. They have a row of prizes on shelves, and you are given a pretty poor like children's bow with a blunted tip arrow, and you have to try and knock the prizes off. And then any prizes you knock off, you are able to take with you.
Understood. What kind of prizes
Oh,
are we
boy.
talking?
We are talking. Give me 10 D100s. Interesting. There is a faceless doll made out of driftwood. Uh, there's a small comb made out of blue coral.
For all the hair I have.
There's a it appears to just be like a jar filled with water.
If you knock that off, will it shatter?
I don't know about that one. Maybe it's symbolic.
There's a kind of like hanging from like a little bit of a thread, just like kind of barely hanging on with a bit of string, is what appears to be like a dark metal tuning fork.
Ooh.
Ding!
You're not gonna win a gateway to another plane of existence at a carnival.
Oh, I'm sure it's
You
just
never know.
probably just. I don't even know.
There's about a fist-sized rock. A small little like appears to be kind of like a metal like clasped disc of some kind. A little like clockwork toy that's shaped like a bird.
Ooh.
Uh, a little like cloudy chunk of glass that's almost like either glass or like crystal. It kind of looks like those like shards of like quartz that you can buy in like weird alternative
Yes.
healing shops and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just kind of like that, except it's very clear, almost like glass.
Interesting.
Okay.
There is a very large tea kettle. And by large, I mean a regular sized tea kettle, but it looks particularly fancy and very nicely decorated.
Ooh.
And then there's like a little like yellow gemstone.
Ooh. All right. How much is its play?
For play, it's 1 silver piece for 5 arrows.
Deal. I mean,
Deal.
Yep. Doing it.
Best of luck. Well, gotta go one at a time. Who's first?
I'm on it.
All right, here you go. And he hands you this like cheap little bow that's like clearly like a children's bow, and you're like way too big for it.
Right.
He gives you your arrows.
All right. Sick. I'm no fool. I want that jar of water. That's got to be something.
Okay. You could give me 5 attack rolls with the silly bow.
Now.
You pull back on the first shot. Completely like the arrow. These arrows are terrible. They like wobble and just like it completely goes off in a random ass direction.
Right.
You manage to kind of like compensate and try to figure out how to hold this thing correctly. Fire the second shot, and it does like hit the glass, and it kind of plinks off, and does kind of push the glass slightly towards the back.
All right. Got it right where I want it. Let's go.
Oh no.
Shit.
Oh, wow! You were consistent.
He's getting tired.
Third and fourth arrows, both again. These arrows are just real awkward and squirrely, and they just kind of plink off of the shelves and hit into the dirt.
All right. Here we go. Deep breath. Moment of truth.
Pull back, and on the final shot, you strike the jar again, and it pushes it back, and doesn't fall off.
No.
I think one more shot would have done it, but
Damn. All right. That's fine. I'll put the bow back down. Just a jar of water anyway. It's probably nothing.
well, you got real close, lad.
Yeah.
How about you two? Who's next?
I'd love to take a try.
Yeah, go for
How
it. I
many
can wait.
shots? How many shots do you get?
Get 5.
For how much?
A silver piece.
1 silver piece. He kind of the bow seems really fitting for him.
Yeah, this is actually like appropriate for you.
I think he's actually kind of used to playing with toy bows. But let's see. He's gonna aim for the comb. 19.
Strike the comb, and it begins to kind of swing. It's kind of hanging from a string, and it kind of swings, and you can see the string slowly inching towards the edge. Almost got it. Yeah. Second one, and you hit it, and it blinks and tumbles off.
Yay! I got 3 more. I'll go for the jar that Jupe was attacking. I guess since it's almost got down. I think. No. Wow,
Yeah.
this thing is heavy.
The arrow just completely like grazes it and goes off into the back of the stand.
Right, 2 more.
So arrow strikes, and again just like plinks off of it.
1 more. No.
No,
No, that one's hard to get.
that
Jupe.
jar is just resilient.
I appreciate the attempt.
Coral, comb.
Nice work on the comb.
Yeah, he goes over and hands you a coral comb.
Pretty.
He bounces up and down excitedly.
Ooh.
It's blue
Yeah.
coral comb, yeah?
Yeah, it's just like a comb made of like a bluish coral. It's very pretty. And how about the two of you? Who's next?
All right, let me get that tea kettle. That's the plan.
Oh, it's a tough one. People have been trying all night. He hands you the bow.
All right, I get what? 5 shots?
5 shots.
Mhm. For 1 silver.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
He's probably drunk again.
First 3 shots. Amazingly, all 5 of your shots hit this kettle.
Plunk, 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 plunk.
First 3 go like hit the kettle and completely like skid off of it without
Oh no.
any effect. Final 2 shots do seem to like very slightly inch it towards the back. This thing is clearly very heavy, and the amount of force that you need to knock this thing back and the amount of force that this bow can give is just not on par. It is slightly closer to the back, though.
I hope they filled it with gold coins. That's probably why it's so heavy.
Yeah, definitely.
I bow in defeat.
Can always try again next time.
Mm-hmm.
He hands over the bow to you, Alistair.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, what's striking your fancy?
Oh, this is so hard. There's so many good things. Can I aim at multiple things?
Yeah, you have five. You have 5 shots. You can switch what you're aiming at any point.
Okay. First one's gonna be on that weird Healy crystal looking glass thing.
I will clarify one thing. The rarity and potential usefulness of these items is proportional to how difficult they are to
Right.
knock over and are going to
Gotcha.
take multiple shots,
Right.
Right.
potentially. But first one kind of clinks and just narrowly misses the crystal, just kind of like skids off of the little shelf that it's on.
Okay. Let's aim for the teapot. Nope. Teapot again.
2 shots at the teapot, and again, they both are able to hit it. It's a fairly big target, but it's just way too heavy to be pushed by these arrows.
Okay. What if I make it? Does this thing count as a weapon? Like, just
It's a bow.
okay.
Arcane shot.
I mean, oops.
What are you aiming at?
Silly arcane.
The teapot again.
Okay, this time you do hit it, and the teapot does like rock backwards.
Does the guy react to magic being used?
Is there verbal to that?
There might not be, actually.
Check. Somatic material, no verbal.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
Goodness, I wish I had taken something in that.
It is me rolling.
20.
Yeah.
What's his bonus?
He doesn't seem to notice. He is a little bit surprised when there's this like loud clink and there's like a ringing as from this teapot as it's pushed back about an inch.
Oh, nice shot.
Oh goodness. How far away is it from being over?
Probably could take 2 more of those shots.
Okay, I have one more left.
You can crit.
I can
You could
crit.
crit.
Good point. Okay.
I would count a crit as 2.
Okay, here we go. Damn it.
Damn.
Yeah, fire again, and unfortunately this one just kind of skids off.
Okay. Can we pay for multiple times? Can I go 5 more times?
If you want to. It's your
Okay.
money to spend.
Are they?
I'm not going to turn it away.
They're resetting between each of these, or do they stay pushed towards the edge?
He doesn't seem to be resetting it currently.
Interesting. Okay.
At least not in front of you guys.
Right.
You imagine if you left, he might
Yeah.
tweak
makes sense.
things, but they are trying to keep up some appearance.
Okay, yeah, I'll do 5 more.
All right. Rapid fire.
I might have done 6 on accident. No, I did 5.
You good? All these on the teapot?
Until it falls off.
Okay. Yeah. The first shot and then the 4th shot, and you're able to finally push this teapot, which teeters for a dangerous moment before clattering backwards. There's a little like ringing and tingling sound as it hits the floor.
Cool.
You did it.
Yay! And that
Alright,
was
you
what?
win it?
Did Kohako want that one?
I think so.
You've won it.
But I've got it for you though. I don't need it.
Oh, very well. I accept it with a graceful bow. Maybe a little kiss too. Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
Well, I wasn't one to part with this so early in the night, but Done well.
Thank you.
Hands you this teapot, and Alistair, you can see the inscribed on it, or kind of around the like. It's a teapot, so you know the bottom is kind of flat.
Right.
When you turn it over, the flat part, there are some arcane glyphs inscribed
Oh.
along the bottom.
Okay. I don't think I have identify yet, do I? Or do I?
I gave you a pearl that.
Oh yeah, you gave me the pearl. Lets
Yeah.
me do it. Duh. Yep. I can identify this. I'll do that as I keep going because I probably shouldn't push my luck and keep doing this.
Sounds good.
I might be back, but I'm not gonna do it in a row.
Nara, you want in? What items are left? I put the comb, teapot is taken.
There's
Sure, why not?
that
I'll give it a
jar
shot.
of water that might just be a jar of water, right?
It might just be a jar of water. We can try it.
Yeah, there's a jar of water that's one hit away.
Oh, is it one hit away? I didn't know that.
All right, so it's 1 silver.
Yep, one
Wait,
silver for 5 shots.
Did you say it took all of my shots for the teapot? Oh wait, the fourth one did. Could
The
I have
fourth
aimed the
one.
last one, the 16, at the bottle?
You could, and 16 just misses.
Ah, okay. Never mind.
Okay, for a silver, Nara, you can take 5 shots.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Spots that glass with the liquid in it. Tries for it.
That just hits. You knock it over, and
Oh,
the
first
glass
time.
is resilient and doesn't shatter or anything. It just kind of like rolls over.
Sweet.
you got pickles.
Well done. That
Pickle juice. Sweet.
Ghost pickles.
you have 4 more shots if you want to take some shots at other things.
Okay.
There's the yellow gemstone. There's a weird like crystal shard. There's a rock.
And there's a fork. Tuning fork.
There's the tuning fork. Is the other one,
Yeah, you know what? I was gonna shoot for that tuning fork.
and a little clockwork bird as well.
Okay. First, let's try the tuning fork.
All right.
Drat.
First one sails between the tongs, or the tines. Third shot does hit it, and you see it swing kind of dangerously.
Takes a little longer to aim. Sticks out its tongue a little bit.
Second shot hits it, and you see it clink. The string kind of slips off of the hook, and it falls as well.
Hey.
Ah,
Well done. He goes over and hands you the 2 things.
well, thank you very much.
You got 2.
It's a very fun game.
And I will tell you guys what you have won. Actually, I'm just I'll write up some quick handouts, and you guys can do character stuff.
Stein just kind of. What kind of comb is this? Do you think it's one of those that they wear in the hair, or is it for brushing?
Kind of. It's like for brushing, but could be worn in the hair. So it's got just the like. It's essentially just the like tines, and the there isn't like a handle on it. So just
Yeah, he kind of flattens down his plumage of his head, and wears it there.
Perfect.
Looks kind of like a cockatiel, really swoopy, going back.
Excellent.
I want to go back for more prizes really bad.
You can.
I know, but I should wait.
I was gonna say he might catch on to you. That was
He's like, huh? How come you're doing it weirdly? What's with those finger gestures?
That was
You know.
a lot of suspicious shots back to back.
Yeah, I probably could have spaced him out.
It's okay, you didn't notice.
I wish I had one more though, because I would like to get the thing you wanted too.
It's alright. Truthfully, I was mostly just doing it because I was curious.
Why there would be a bottle of water up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems a little weird, right?
A little bizarre. Oh, excellent. Then we're going to find out what it is.
Ooh.
We already know. It's pickle juice.
The perfect temperature. Ooh. Does this magic kettle know which kind of tea I'm using? That's amazing.
It's magic.
Well, the party just has the best kind of tea ever now. We're set.
Yeah.
185 degrees.
Yeah.
You do still need to make sure it steeps for the right time.
Right.
Sure.
And
Yeah, it just keeps it at that nice, like, warm but drinkable temperature.
Not like super hot, scalding tea. You can't keep pouring it on people. I'm removing the tea set and tea leaves from my inventory. I forgot. Stain gave those to the witch.
Alright, you did.
I am going to assume that we're... Like, put that in your own personal inventory. I'm not going to throw these in party with.
Sure.
A jar of water that begins to hum when it's shaken.
Shake it.
No.
No.
If that's all that it does,
Huh.
then
What happens when you drink it?
I don't know. That's...
You begin to hum when you're shaking.
Maybe, is it the water that does it, or is it the jar that does it? Because if it's the water that does it, that... How much
that could
can we
be.
dilute it, and it still works?
Oh man, you can make like a whole pool of that.
Like a whole humming pool?
You just move around in it and it just vibrates.
What if you put the water
Ooh.
in a container in your shoes, and every time you walk, it just hums?
I mean, you could, yeah.
You could, yeah.
It's a thing you could do.
None of you wear shoes, huh?
But sometimes.
You know, sometimes.
When it gets prickly?
It gets prickly.
Yeah, when the ground is prickly.
Does the ground get prickly where you're from?
Sometimes there are bar fights, and there's lots of broken glass on the floor.
That's fair.
Oh yeah.
So I
When
take
safety requires it.
Yeah, so I take out my wooden clogs for it.
Ooh.
Oh. Well.
Oh.
Tuning fork glows white during thunderstorms.
Ooh, that's pretty awesome.
Becomes a light source during thunderstorms.
And when I'm mining and I need to know when the thunderstorm is because that's when a Pokemon spawns.
Gotta go
Great.
fly up to go fishing for that goddamn Dialga.
Yep.
Or not
When I
Dialga.
need-
Kyogre.
Kyogre.
Yeah.
When I need to go kill myself to charge creepers so I can get enough fucking skulls for my castle. Because some asshole decided that creeper explosions would only drop one head per.
Doesn't the trident, you can use a charging trident for that, right?
Yeah, but it only works during thunderstorms.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, yeah.
Alright, fair. Alright, well,
It is functionally the only way to do it, is...
hey man, I just name tagged creepers and kept them in an open top pen for a month.
What hell that must have been.
It was a nightmare.
I tried that once, and then an Enderman stole a block and they all got loose.
You have to stop building with things that Enderman can move. There are only like 8 blocks in the game that Enderman can pick up. You can't build with those
I was in
8
a
blocks.
rush, and I had a charge creeper, I needed a pit, and all I had was dirt around.
Okay.
So it was like, well, this is what it's going to be, and then I didn't try and, like, I wasn't going to try and rebuild that, because obviously this thing's going to explode the
Right.
second I try.
Right, fair. Okay.
Anyways.
Alright, sick. Man, I would recommend gambling, but I don't have that much to even gamble. Maybe let's, I might follow in Shish's footsteps and try to set up a stall for a bit and see if I can make some money. Because we still have the rest of today, and then all of tomorrow is the day of, which is when more of the festivities are going to happen. So if I can get money over those 2 days, that'd be great.
Can I find a wooden sword?
Almost certainly. Yeah.
Can I use it as a club?
Sure. It won't be a very good club, but you can hit somebody with it.
How much are the wooden sword?
5 silver.
5 silver char.
But yeah, Jupe, if you want to take the time to try and set up a little stall, then
I'm going to do it. I'm going to see if I can set myself up just a little fortune-telling stall. I'll lay out all of my divination tools, my my augury deck, pretty it up as best as I can, see what I can do. Obviously, I'll do... If I find a really cool opportunity, I might do actual augury. For most of it, I'm just kind of doing the real-world fortune-telling thing where I'm reading people and telling them what they want to see with the help of a deck.
Sure.
But
do you need a turban?
Give me a insight check and a deception check.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Does my background help at all?
What's your background?
I need to no. I gotta not abuse it. Yeah. I gotta save it for when I actually need it.
Isn't your background I can fix a ship?
Well, no. So my background is 2 separate things. One of them is I'm very good at fishing, and the other one is I'm very good at telling stories.
Right.
But I feel like that is not quite what I'm doing here, so I'll save it for another day. All right, here we go. Insight. It's reasonable to guidance myself throughout this, right? This is supposed to be a magical thing. I'm trying to make it look magical.
Oh yeah, like using magic to
literally
make this look magic.
Yeah, using magic to figure out what somebody wants to hear seems reasonable. Okay, let's do it.
How much are you charging? Your first costume.
I will have to test the market and see what people are willing to pay first.
I'll give you 5 silver.
Alright, 26 and 19.
They're incredibly good. I also want...
Skew the market immediately.
Give me a persuasion roll as well. Or performance.
Ooh, that's gross.
If it's better.
No, persuasion is actually a little better. That helps, though.
Okay. The persuasion is just a marketing roll.
Sure.
To see how well you can kind of set up your stand and make it look inviting and draw some people in. At least for that initial burst of customers. But yeah, you are able to... You're able to get quite a few people. And they do kind of seem very taken with you. You're very good at reading all of these people and kind of keeping their interest and spinning some very compelling tales for them. I guess while you're running your stall, what are the rest of you guys doing, if anything?
Once his stall is going and he has a price, I want to try getting my fortune read.
Hell yeah. Alright.
Cool. We'll jump back to that in just a sec. I want to figure out what everybody else is doing and where they're at.
Fair.
Nara would probably go around with Nico, checking out all that food and getting some kebabs from Sheesh.
Excellent.
Food.
Alice, are you joining for food?
I think I might join for food and circle back once Jupiter has a price set up. But
yep.
Cool. Kohaku, how about you?
I wish to find the people that are hammering on the mochi. That's what I want.
Ooh.
Okay. Cool. So 3 of you guys go off, begin looking for some food. Jupe, you begin to tell fortunes, and you can start with Sheesh.
Sick. Or Stein. Stein.
Sai.
All right.
The other short guy.
The other little one.
There's only 2 of us. 3 if you count the other guy.
Yeah. Well, typically the first step in all of this is that you have to pick something that you want to discuss, something that you want to focus on. Most people come because they have a problem that they're trying to deal with, or something that is going on in their lives that they need advice on. We've been hanging out for a little bit, but tell me about yourself. What are you struggling with? What is the thing you're dealing with currently?
What I'm struggling with... Well, there's Goblet. That's not incredibly long term. I think we've got a solution to that. I struggle with... It's strange. I'm not sure how to word it. I'm terrified that one day everyone will realize that I'm not worth sticking around, and they'll leave.
As a soldier, as a friend, as just a good person?
Just not good.
Alright, understood. Well, let's see what the stars say about it. And he will take this gilded deck that he's just bought. I say deck, and it is cards, but they're these, like, heavy, heavy vellum. And I assume that they kind of have this glinting gold around their edges. Little bits to protect the corners. I forget what those are called. The things that are on the corners of
Covers
books.
of books.
Yeah, whatever those are called. I'm sure there's there's some fun French word for it, I'm
So
certain.
you pull out your magic deck from
From
their card protectors.
And he gives it a good shuffle. He washes them a few times and then shuffles. And then he deals out 3 cards face down. And then he asks you to pick one of them to pull towards yourself.
He picks the central one.
Right.
When you do, as your hand or fingers kind of touch the card, there is just again, it's very brief. And actually, Stein hadn't seen this before, but you see just a flicker of it, some kind of what you can only in that moment describe as some kind of a dark substance that drifts off of the tips of your own fingers, and then vanishes just as quickly.
So he recoils the moment he touches it, and then like kind of wiggles his fingers in front of his face. You're very good at what you're doing. Well,
I learned... I was going to say that I learned from the best, but frankly my mentor was crazy. I learned. I think I can say that I learned. Anyway, let's see what they have to say. You should roll 3d13.
3d13?
Yeah.
D13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you rolled it. I rolled it,
No,
actually.
you do it.
Yeah,
this is for a different thing.
Okay.
Aw, that's fun. That's cute.
I'll appreciate how you're talking to me.
Fascinating. Well, by the fates, I think you may already be on your correct course. We'll start with the 2 side ones. These are lessers, and they're still important. But it is the middle one that I'm most intrigued by. The one that you've drawn to yourself, the major prediction. First, he motions to the one on the right, the one that is closer to Jupe. And you can see that upside down there is a card, and it depicts what looks like a leather-bound book, a big, heavy kind of academic book, like a tome or an encyclopedia. And it's split open at the pages, but then pouring up from the middle of it is a pair of owl's wings. This is Banner, and upside down. Typically, this speaks to following traditions and social customs. Because it is distant from you, it means that you may need to move away from that. You may need to start challenging the ways that you viewed yourself as a member of society. Especially this half of you. You mentioned that you were a guard to someone at some point, or you served at a temple, right?
I was a would you call it a guardian of the Dream Cathedral.
What was the purpose of this establishment? What role did they serve for society as a whole? Well, what use was that?
The Dream Cathedral's goals, if I were to say, had to do with I don't think Stein was there for the talk with the three states of dreaming.
I think it was. Oh yeah, that's right. That was with. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But he mentions them again.
Okay. Cool.
It would be folly to speak more than that.
Understood. Well, the stars seem to think that though that serves an important part of your past, it might need to remain in your history. That it's time to look beyond that to find purpose elsewhere, at least for a short time.
I do have purpose with the Durrells.
The Durrells? Who are the Durrells?
They're minor noble family back home. They adopted me, if you will, after I left the cathedral. They saved my life, and I owe them quite a lot for it. I lived with them for 9 or so years.
Interesting.
Raised their children. Swore myself to protect the eldest daughter, the scion of the house.
That is actually very pertinent. Swears and oaths are a major factor of Banner, and especially the Upside Down Banner. And because this is your distant card, this may actually be something that you want to set aside, at least for a short time, even though it is obviously very important to you.
Satisfy? Oh, set aside.
Set aside.
Okay, I mean, I have, I suppose, for a short while. Well, I'm here at least.
And it doesn't mean that you need to forget about it forever, but simply that it isn't your priority right now.
No, that makes sense. I'm here for a different reason.
Right. This one is also well timed, given the festival. And the other card in his right hand, face up, facing you, is a card featuring a beautiful dancing woman with daisies in her hair. She's got kind of like this strawberry blonde hair, green eyes. She's just beautiful. She looks like a Disney princess. She's surrounded by flowers and birds.
This is the middle card?
This is the card on Jupiter's right hand. It is not the middle card yet.
Okay, the other one. Yep. The other side.
This is Lyra, and face up. This is a recommendation to do not only what makes you happy, but what makes the most happy. Try to find resolutions that bring peace, that avoid conflict. Because of the nature of what you've brought, I think that this means you can find long-lasting relationships if you introduce yourself and if you serve as somebody who mediates, somebody who always improves the scenario. Try to focus less on being a good person and try to focus more on somebody who makes everyone around them feel good, makes them feel at home, makes them feel warm and safe.
Isn't that what being a good person is?
Many times, yes. This could just be a reassurance of what you're already striving to do. Sometimes people come to these things looking for a big change or an answer that will give them some revolutionary new path, but oftentimes the stars simply encourage you to keep doing what you already know is right.
So just keep doing what I'm doing.
Well, perhaps. This one is the most important one, and he does put his hand towards the central card, which is an upside-down picture of a skull. You can see that the skull has a big grin on his face. There are a pair of gemstones in his eye sockets, and he is surrounded by a field of stars.
That's
yep.
ominous.
It is, but less scary than you think. This is the upside-down grin, and it encourages you very explicitly. Go to new places, experience new things, meet new people. Not necessarily to abandon the things that trouble you, but it encourages that you'll find the answers in places you weren't expecting to. That you should stop chasing the leads you're already chasing and try to find them in new places. And again, well timed. You have just stumbled across all of us. You are in a new place already. I think that overall the stars are telling you that you're doing what you need to do. You just need to stay the course. And overall, that's a message of abandoning self-doubt. Don't worry so much about what you're bringing to the world and focus more on what you're already providing. Think of the good things you're already doing and keep doing those things.
And if I keep doing these things, no one will abandon me.
The stars can't promise that no one will abandon you. People are always going to abandon you. The message here...
It looks terrible, that's all.
The message here is that you can find what you seek. You can find a few meaningful, lasting relationships by traveling and by introducing yourself to as many new people as you can and bringing joy to their lives. This is a message overall not of trying to find long-lasting, stable relationships in the society that you've already built a history with, but to find joy and to find happiness in a constant sea of new faces and new places. To understand that all of humanity is your friend, not just the people that you were raised with, that you've spent time with.
He kind of shuts his eye for a moment. And then he nods. I'll take that into consideration. It's a frightening thought, but to know that I'm walking the right path and that I just have to keep doing what I'm doing, it's heartening.
Certainly. Just try to walk away with the understanding that being overly attached to the people that you're already comfortable with may not be the answer. Try to branch out. And it seems like you're doing that.
So that's what the little black magic that came off the card does?
I didn't see anything, did I? That was just him?
Just him?
There was a little black magic, what? He kind of like drops the facade of it.
The middle card with the skull. It resonated with me. It made little motes of shadow.
He looks down and he picks the card up. He looks it all over. He like rubs his thumb against it. I didn't think I got a magic deck.
I thought this was supposed to be magic.
Oh, there
He's
is magic.
confused.
There is magic involved. Don't get me wrong, but I don't believe the cards themselves should be doing that. Is what I'm getting at.
Well, and he turns around sort of and shows you his back, and then he lowers the coat down his shoulders to show you the skull in his back. I have an affinity for skulls.
So you do. Yeah, that. You always had that? Is that a marking? Is that a painting? Is that a birthmark? What is it?
You've seen it on stain in the shower.
Oh, that's true.
room.
Yeah.
It's just a very vague marking. It's very similar to a skull.
I was meaning to ask. I didn't know if it was like a thing that was done to you, or if you were just born like it.
It looks pretty glassy, right?
Yeah, little glass. It's like shiny. Like it's tile or glass.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I look a little closer?
Not at all.
I'll inspect it for whatever good that is. I don't know if it like stands out as something arcane or if it's like medically interesting. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'll kind of like study it closely.
Sure. You can give me an Arcana or a Medicine check. It's definitely not natural. It doesn't match the rest of his body. Like, it stands out as something that is clearly was either put there or like, yeah, it's definitely not something that occurred naturally.
He kind of subconsciously runs a thumb between his own fingers. That's bizarre. I mean, this is definitely not natural. I'm sure you're aware of it, and it looks kind of like the magic that you do. I wouldn't be surprised if this is connected to the whole,
I don't do magic.
What? Yeah, you definitely do magic. I've seen you do magic, both of you.
Right. I can punch things.
I've watched you breathe lightning upon foes. That is no normal feat, my friend.
That sounds amazing. I'd love to learn how to do it. He seems kind of jealous.
Vassal. This one's power of deception is quite strong.
No!
But his
He looks like he has a real initiative.
divinatory affinity is also quite impressive.
Okay, I thought he was about to start talking shit over there. I thought I was going to have a meta beef with this character.
So it's all. He just kind of says it out loud, though under his breath. So it's all true.
Truth is somewhat subjective, but I believe that he is worth listening to in this regard. Even if he was putting on something of a show, doesn't undermine the potential accuracy of his words.
He was putting on a show. Completely believe the entire thing. Okay. It was partly a show and partly real. Mostly real.
It's impressive.
The little bits of darkness as well.
That's nothing to be too concerned about. A simple side effect of my own presence.
Oh, as long as you say so.
Oh my god, I hate that I can't hear this.
You can't hear him. You can hear me. He's muttering under his breath, though.
I'm sure that I know that you just bought that pearl for Alistair to be able to learn more about magical effects. Maybe he can take a look at you.
Pearl?
Yeah, he needed it for a spell. Something that lets him learn more about magic.
Oh, good for him. I cannot take
Can't take what?
any. I can't take the credit for doing anything the other person did.
Well, I mean, understandable, but it doesn't matter who did it. He has the pearl now. He could cast the spell.
So the spell it identifies magic.
Yeah, helps learn more about spells and things like that. If that is magical, and it certainly does look like it, then maybe he'll be able to learn more from it. Maybe not.
Inwardly, would it be all right, Atropus?
Okay, important, I do have to interject. When you say inwardly, are you actually saying it out loud?
No.
Okay, alright.
It's whenever he talks to Atropus, it's out loud. He just lowers his voice. Stain though says things out loud, and not at all muttered. Stein does mutter things because he understands it's a little odd.
Okay, so this is okay. All right, so this is mental. This is telepathic.
It's not telepathic. He's muttering. It's a physical thing.
He's trying to be quiet,
He's trying to
I
be
gotcha.
quiet.
What I'm getting
Yeah.
at is there a chance that I hear this?
potentially. What's your passive?
16.
Oh, that's high.
It's
Do
pretty
you want
high.
me to stealth?
Yeah. So
No.
yeah,
You
Yeah,
got
he-
you hear.
you hear Stein mutter, "Would that be okay, Atropos?" It could prove potentially problematic. It it may raise questions that I leave to you if you are comfortable answering or not.
Understandable. You did say his divinatory magic is somewhat accurate. And if it's all to be believed, I think I have to take a chance on my new friends.
I think
Can't-
his affinity for accurate coincidence is impressive.
High praise. We'll give it a try, Jupiter.
Perfect. I'm sure he'll be down for it. He seemed eager to give it a shot.
Dods.
How much do you want for this?
Whatever the going rate has been, I tell him and then tell him you don't have to pay anything. You've already gotten me the trinket and the tattoos.
Those are gifts.
Well then, so was this.
Oh, thank you.
Did you guys discuss this prior?
I didn't discuss shit. I have
No, this is all fucking you.
amazing IRL insight.
This shit's all fucking you. It's blowing my brain.
Or maybe I just got lucky and I won't admit it.
He did look lucky.
I think.
Which one could it possibly be,
I think
Drake?
fortune telling is real, and you did it.
Yeah. You
Listen, Dreed has actual
Best
tarot
possible
cards.
outcome. I've
Yeah,
convinced you that magic is
The fact-
real.
The
I
fact
already
that he
thought
drew a
magic was
card
real.
and there was a skull in it.
and it led to this is fucking blowing my mind right now.
Well,
But to be fair, it's a skull. It's a feck thing. Of course there's gonna be a skull in it. I just didn't realize it was the central most important one.
But anyways, as you guys are having your conversation there, over at the food stalls, which are a chaos, by the way, people everywhere buying all kinds of things, various candies and meats on sticks, big like wraps of like fried foods. The smell is overwhelming here. It's just just wave after wave of delicious scents of cooking foods, sweet candies, savory meats. You can see thick sauces being stirred and boiled. Yeah, it's great. It's the best place to be, frankly.
Yep, definitely best place.
Nico is running around to basically every meat stand and is like climbing up the sides, like sniffing like a dog who smells treats at every corner. Can't
Oh, no.
decide which one to go for.
Like Nora will like let him try like one of everything wherever he goes up to.
Okay. You begin buying a bunch of basically different kebabs. You come across Sheesh, who doesn't have like a proper stand set up, but has kind of like put together a little like campsite thing in next to one of the alleys, and he's like frying up some kebabs. But yeah, as you guys are gathering up different meats and things for Nico, Kohaku, you do come across a mochi stand where you can see them preparing it in like big vats of it.
Hooray! I witnessed them.
Do you just watch?
Yeah, I've just come to view the performance and maybe
Excellent.
also eat some mochi after they're done.
Excellent.
Oh. I'm going to be right with Nara the whole time and eating one of everything until I die.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
So Kohaku, you kind of split off and start watching this as they're kind of preparing this mochi. Nara and Alistair, you guys run off because you have to follow Nico, who's leading you to all of the best meat stands.
Oh, man.
You guys begin gathering up, like just kebab after kebab of different grilled meats and fish and fried foods. And Kohaku, as you're standing there watching this performance, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Huh?
You turn around and you see a tabaxi, brightly colored, in very clearly kind of like a Mervean suit. And it says, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. Are you a member of the Hair Clan? Recognize your crest."
I am.
Wonderful. I'm very sorry. I'm looking for my stepsister. She was last seen with a member of your clan, a Yokimaru Kuroame.
Interesting. I see. And you came here for that.
Yes, he was seen traveling with my stepsister Nanika, as well as a woman with dark hair that's black and red. I was wondering if you knew them or had seen them recently.
Yes, I've seen Yokimaru recently. He was here. I'm curious about how you knew he was here.
Well, I've been following them for some time, and this was the last known location that they had been traveling towards.
Do
I
I recognize the
recognize
description?
The description of who?
The red and black hair, right?
Yeah. You could give me a history check. I will say you can add your +5. This is a high DC. Doesn't really ring a bell immediately. There isn't a ton to go on.
That's okay. I take it I have not seen that person recently.
No, you don't recognize the description. You just recognize Okimaru, and he was alone last time you saw him.
Yeah, I'll answer honestly. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that person, and I don't know where Yokimaru has gone.
That's a shame. So I take it you haven't seen Nanika then.
No.
He takes out a piece of paper and it's got a sketch on it. And I'm going to show you what these two people what this person looks like and what the sketch looks like.
Cool.
So the person that you see before you, this guy.
He's cute.
Ooh,
Oh no, the horny it turned up.
the King of Diamonds.
And he shows you a sketch, and this is like a pencil sketch, so it doesn't look like this.
Cricket?
Cricket. It's red cricket.
It's got a Monojaku fucking eyes.
Sure does.
You can tell he's evil. He's got a blue tongue.
I'm actually just gonna ask him why he has a blue tongue.
You can't just ask a man
I
why he has
can't.
blue
It's
tongue.
everyone
He
else.
just did. He just did. It's too late.
Okay,
did it.
too late.
Syphilis.
It's a Mervean thing.
Oh, I fully believe that. Yeah, I'm convinced.
So
That's fantastic. Where shall I send them if I find this? Oh crap! What was her name?
Nanika.
Nanika. Where can I find you?
Well, I'll be passing through, unfortunately, so I likely won't be here for too long. If you haven't seen them, I'm afraid our paths may not cross for some time.
I'll have trouble finding you if I find any information. I don't even know your name.
Cheslaw. Holds out a hand to you.
I will shake it awkwardly. And introduce myself as well.
Kohaku. The elder, then.
Yokimaru is not a member of our family anymore.
I understand. It must be very difficult for you.
I'm not sure how to answer that. I will stay silent.
Well, if you should cross his path again, do keep an eye out for my sister. She may be a little stubborn. She ran away from home.
I take it you're not one of my brother's allies.
Certainly not.
Oh.
Wouldn't really be looking for him if I was allied, would I?
Well, when I find your sister, I'll be looking for you.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh my god, I'm trained and I have a decent bonus. This is the first for me.
I was going to say, I think you're actually our face, technically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should you come across them or any further information on them, you can reach me with this. And he will reach into his bag and pulls out what appears to be like a little origami bird.
Origami bird of Nanika. Sending from Diamond Cat. Alright, I'll take it and I'll store it in my sleeve.
Alright, just gonna send you a thing on Telegram. That's basically what it does. Is a paper bird. You can write a message up to 50 words on it, and then you speak a creature's name, and the little paper crane will fly off to the recipient and deliver the message.
I want to try it out immediately, but I'm not going to.
You write his
I'll
name
do it as soon as this guy doesn't see me anymore.
You use the single-use item.
Yeah.
Is it single use?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
But I love the idea of him walking 10 steps away, you write his name and throw the airplane at him.
Don't even activate it, just throw it. Well, I'm sorry for taking up your time.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I hope to see you again.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Enjoy the festival. And he kind of flicks his wrist, and you watch as his body kind of begins to unravel. Very like Disney's Alice in Wonderland Cheshire Cat style, and he goes invisible. And
Great.
That is not a thing that polite people do in front of each other.
I'm very sorry, Neo, but I need to foreshadow stuff, and you can't be here for it.
I love.
Yep, it's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's good.
Love
Dying.
it. Love it.
I
What's
also
the
just
name he said?
Cheslaw.
Chesla. Like the car.
I don't have my debrief on this computer. I can't copy paste it. There we go.
Oh, Chesla. Like coleslaw.
Cheslaw Fry.
Cheslaw Fry.
I really, my main excuse is that I'm just really happy with how this portrait came out, and I just wanted to show it up as
It's
quickly as
really
possible.
good.
Look
I
how
like
handsome he
Starlight
is.
Girl.
He is. He also
Yeah.
looks like he'd be voiced by Kingdom for some reason.
He does. He has some big, like, loose energy.
Mm-hmm.
He
like
talks he talks too slow.
That's true. He has a bit of a sultry, kind of rough voice that I can't do, but yeah. Kohaku, you can return to watching as the mochi is pounded and prepared, and by the end of it, they are able to serve you a bunch.
I don't take a bunch, but I'll take a little bit.
Yeah, you get a
It's about the
couple
show.
pieces. Yeah,
Yeah.
get a couple pieces. It's delicious.
What flavor?
Alistair, Nara, and Nico, you guys arrive back. You could spend anywhere from a silver to up to a gold piece, and you return with about a dozen kebabs of varying meats, with
God.
several little like paper or wrapped cups that have different like dipping sauces and things.
Oh my god.
It's just like a feast of flavors.
I spent a gold piece.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Same.
Have either of you ever seen a skink cat? A tabaxi skink
Skink?
hybrid?
A skink
What?
cat? No, I don't think that's a thing. I mean, I guess it could be.
I'm told that is a thing, perhaps in Camelocean, but... or Camelot,
Merveille.
maybe.
He said Merveille.
Merveille? Is it Merveille?
Hmm.
Interesting. I described the experience that I just had.
Oh, he did what at the end there?
Like kind of unraveled like a mummy.
And you have blue tongue.
Does that sound familiar to me? Is that a thing?
Yeah, like a skink.
A
The
skink?
unraveling is new to you.
Okay,
That being said, Cheslaw has a very striking appearance.
that's true.
That is like even
The blue tongue.
among that specifically is the thing that gives him away. No, he's like even amongst Mervayans who are a bit flamboyant in appearance at times. He still has a particularly striking appearance that is very recognizable.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
suppose anything else is blue on him.
One blue eye and a yellow eye, and then purple
That's not what I
for.
meant.
Oh, he.
Never mind.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if Alistair's seen that.
I don't know if I've seen that either.
Might see it by the end of the campaign. We'll figure it out.
Who knows? Oh, okay. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. That's... God, I just ate so much. I can't move, though. Alistair's not sure how to feel about that. Yep. So he's just gonna food coma a little bit and think. He's just gonna go find a, like, I don't know if there's a bench or a place to sit down for people.
Yeah, you go over and sit down next to Sheesh in his shop.
Yep.
Sheesh just basically has like a little, like a blanket set out next to a little campfire, and you just kind of like slump down there and process for a bit.
Probably don't respond if you ask me anything. Just lay there.
Yeah, you're just kind of sitting there. You have your various kebabs, and you're just like processing. And there's a point where Nico comes over and like fully takes one of your skewers, and you don't even notice because you're just so fully
Out of it.
focused.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But yeah, while you guys are doing that, Jupe, you have several other customers who come by.
Yeah. Stain just stands outside. He actually sits down and is lost in thought for a bit.
For sure. Jupe, you are able to earn about 3 gold.
Easy.
Do about 6 different fortunes for people. they all seem, for the most part, very enthusiastic. You get a good read of everybody, and you're able to put together a pretty decent showing.
Hell yeah, I'll take it. I have
I
to
have a
assume
question.
Yeah, what's up?
If I set off one of these fireworks, will it get you more customers?
I don't know. It might. Honestly, a lot of the people are just coming to see Shish's stand, and then I'm catching them on the way out. Food, as always, is the window to the soul.
I thought those were the eyes.
Yeah, but you eat with your eyes.
Atrophy is a liar.
I warned you not to trust this.
Just now.
He like cringes inwardly, thinking the mental image of trying to eat soup with your eyes.
Oh, terrible image.
Into the tear ducts.
You mustn't be seen to be gluttonous. It'll shine poorly upon your family, for sure.
Is he saying this to Alistair?
Yeah.
Look, there was a lot of things to try. But yeah, you're probably right. I don't need all of these. He's probably got, I don't know, a few skewers left.
20 pounds of meat left.
You find you're missing a couple, and you see Nico like coughing up some like skewer sticks.
Well, as long as the stick came out, he's fine.
Nara.
Oh, damn it!
He just
Looks away for 5 seconds, and he's
you go and look back at him, and you're like about to like scold him, but he just looks up at you with these big, round, dumb eyes, and his tail kind of like wags a little bit.
So cute. I can't be mad. I can be like your weird uncle, but not, because I really don't know your dad that well yet. But maybe.
But yeah, you guys have kind of run to the place if you want to do anything else. Or you can jump to the end of the night. Whatever you guys want to.
Man, I kind of want to go. I want to go see the fortune teller, because now I have a lot to think about. I need to know. I need guidance.
I stepped away for a second. What did you actually hear of all of that? Did you learn any of what he just told you? Or what
He told me everything that happened, apparently.
Okay, excellent, delightful.
So that's fun.
But yeah, I'm just running my stall. I'm probably here all night until like something comes up or the shops start closing.
At some point, I guess, while he's running the stall, I find everyone else.
Like right outside.
just outside.
Earlier. I don't know, not
Hello.
everyone, but most of us were here.
Oh, you're outside the stall. You're holding a lot of meat.
Oh yeah, do you want some?
Sure.
I definitely got this for everyone and not just me.
It's very kind of you.
He takes like one stick. Gnaws on it.
You can have as many as you want. I don't need any more of them, so go for it.
I don't really eat a lot.
Okay.
Fair.
That's fair. You are a lot
Little.
smaller. You wouldn't need a whole lot.
This is
There's
lot.
a like fried beef skewer that has this like really like sweet and savory kind of salty sauce on it that is fucking delicious.
Master Sheesh is masterful as always. Did you know that Jupe is magic?
I didn't. I mean, I did. I've seen him use that weird star thing a few times. And, you know, the healing. So yeah, he's magic.
Right, no, outside of the healing thing, he can see the future.
He can see the future.
Or the present? It's unclear.
Okay. Do I know magic that can see the future? I don't know if that's a thing. I don't think I get access to that.
Yeah. I mean, you could give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you would know enough about the basic magical principles to understand that the basic schools of magic. So you know that divination is a thing that people can do. It's not something that you've ever had a particular talent in, and probably haven't even had a ton of interest in studying personally, or at least in practice personally. But you're aware of it.
Okay. Well, did any of my skewers, were they fish?
There were a few, yeah.
He probably likes fish because of the sea, right? Well, no, I guess he'd like not.
He-
I'll grab
he
one
might have-
fish and one
yeah.
beef. That way he has both options. And then
Okay.
I'll go inside to the tent and ask Jupe if he wants any.
Oh
Hey, I got a bunch of meat. Do you want any?
my god, you're a savior. Yeah, how much?
We could do a trade.
Sure, what you thinking?
Meat for a fortune?
Meat for fortune, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're a savior, this smells amazing.
Yeah, there's more outside if you want more too. And no charge for any more. Just actually no charge at all, probably.
This should be plenty.
Okay.
Alright, well give me a second to stuff my face and then give it a go.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll be right back, just 30 seconds, real quick.
I have some chewy rice. It takes forever to eat.
It's a real
I'll try
good.
some. Is it like sticky rice things?
Little mochi pucks.
They also have a couple of rice ball stands. If anybody wants.
Oh, that's a trap.
How come?
Eat one of those, you won't be able to eat anything else.
That is true.
Well, I don't plan on eating anything else after this skewer, so might as well eat one with this skewer. He probably gets one of the sour plum ones.
I will happily buy a jelly donut, though.
You find a stand called Brock's Jelly Donuts.
Ah, glorious.
Just jelly-filled rice balls.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright. He starts shuffling the cards. He slices a few times, washes a couple times, and he goes through the spiel. Again, we'll kind of speed through some of it. But just like before, it's best if you come into this with something in mind, some topic, something that's been bothering you, something that you're looking for advice on, a specific issue or a specific person that you're struggling with. So what do you got? What have you been dealing with lately?
Oh, there's two big things. There's someone I haven't seen in a long time who's back in my life that I don't know how to feel about. I guess both are related to that, honestly. There's some people in my life that I miss.
Understood. So, two sides of the same coin. You have some people that you haven't seen that you would like to, and some people that you have seen recently and you don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, I guess that is both, huh?
It is a little easier, or I guess a little more direct, if you focus on just the one. I don't know if one is more important than the other to you.
No, they're both pretty important. They're a little intertwined, so I'll just focus on the recent one.
Alright. The new person that has come back into your life. Let's see what the stars have to say for us. Give me 3D13.
3D13, okay.
Four, 2, 6.
4, 2, 6.
Fascinating.
Okay.
He hasn't seen it yet. Okay, he deals with 3 cards, face down in front of you, and asks you to pull one of them towards yourself. doesn't matter which one. Or rather, it does, but it's important that you don't know.
Are they like at the middle one? Can I pick the middle one?
Yeah, there's left, middle, and right.
Almost go for the middle, then I'll go for the right one instead.
Goes for the right one instead. Alright, delightful. Alright, he turns them all over from left to right, so the one that you pulled toward yourself is the last one. The first one that he flips is the farthest one from the one that you picked, the one on your left.
Okay.
You can see that face up, facing you, there is a card that hosts a large cocoon that looks like it's made out of beeswax. It's got like a hex or a honeycomb pattern all over it, but it hangs like a butterfly's cocoon. And you can see that it is surrounded by just a swarm of these kind of pretty golden bees. This card, the farthest from the one that you selected, is explicitly a bad idea. You should not do that.
Okay.
This is poignant because Libera, face up, is normally a card of forgiveness and mercy. In this instance, showing forgiveness, showing mercy, showing attempts to reconcile, but this person might not go well for you. I don't know anything about this person or what they've done in your past, but you should be very cautious about ignoring your history, especially if they've done anything to wrong you or have any slights against you.
It's terrifying how well this is working, by the way.
Wink.
Okay.
The next card that he flips over is familiar to Jupe, and curious that you got at the end. But what you see is upside down. There is a card featuring a red-skinned demon with horns coming out of his like above his eyebrows. 4 arms that are sprawled out in all different directions, and at the end of each of these arms are crab's claws.
That's not great.
This one, again, also a bad idea. Not as bad as the first, but still something that you should generally try to avoid. If you were going to do this, you should at least reconsider it. You should try to find alternatives.
Right. Okay.
In this case, you should be cautious about trusting people who are beneath you, people who serve you, people who are of a lower rank than you, especially people who are less educated than you. One way to interpret this card is you should trust your own education and your own proficiency, your own professional expertise. Rely on the learning that you have, the authority that you've mustered. Don't discount your own knowledge. Don't go looking for advice from people that don't have anything meaningful to offer you. Rely instead on people who have more authority than you, or ideally on your own judgment, the things that you've learned in your own life. And then finally, let's see the good idea here. And he flips it up, and once again, upside down, there is a skull with a pair of emeralds in its eyes. This is, and he, like Jupiter, just like gets this flabbergasted look on his face. This is the upside down Grim. He like actually balks for a second, and he looks at the card. This is the same fucking card that Stein touched too. What the fuck?
What the hell? Okay.
He actually does take a second to pick the card up and like inspect it for magic. But eventually puts it back down and says, "All right. Well, the stars have an accord today, and normally I don't do this, but I think it is worth mentioning that Stein got this exact same premonition as his good idea."
Interesting.
It is a good idea for you to meet new people, go to new places with them, and put yourself in new scenarios with them, even if that means abandoning old problems temporarily. This doesn't necessarily mean that the problems and issues that you're dealing with don't matter, but that you might find answers in places that you weren't expecting to. That the answer might lie in distant or new places.
Okay. I feel better already, honestly. It helps.
It is a bizarre message overall, but it does seem that the general guidance that is being sent to you is that you should rely on your gut. Not just your gut, but your training, your expertise. You might be getting bad advice from people who are not qualified to give it to you, and you might be getting bad appeals for mercy or cooperation from people who don't actually have any intention of doing you good. You're probably surrounded by a lot of people who are currently self-serving. And not only should you reject them, but you should escape them. You should try to move away from them to new places where you can avoid all of the problems and conflict that you will face if you continue to stay around them.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know what I need to do now. Well, kind of.
Hopefully it helps. It's just a start, of
Yeah.
course. But
It's a start, but I think it's the start that I needed. Thank you.
yeah. He takes all the cards and he puts most of them back in the deck, and he holds onto that fucking Grim card and looks it over for a good long while.
Here also, the meat wasn't worth that much, so I should give you something.
What? No. Here, what you can do, actually, there's a weird mark on Stein's back.
Oh, yeah.
I told him you might be able to help identify that with the spell you were working on.
Yeah, yep, I could totally do that.
Stein also mentioned, I don't know, I'm curious to see what's going on with him. I think that he has some magic about him that is curious.
There's definitely something going on there. And I would definitely like to figure out what's going on for his sake and ours, probably.
For sure. It is getting late. I'll probably wrap up here pretty soon. We can join up at the party and maybe sort that out at the tavern.
Yeah. Yep, sounds good. Did you need any help packing up, or you...
I'll probably leave the stand because, the festival goes
I guess,
for
yeah,
one more
for
day.
days. Yeah.
Frankly, the only thing in here that is of any real value is the deck itself, and I'll take that.
There you go. Perfect.
We'll go rejoin the party.
All right.
Yep.
You guys meet back up.
Hello.
How was the rest of the festival?
Delightful. I tried to find one of those contests of skill, but there weren't many.
Well, we can look for those tomorrow. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear there's something similar to a joust.
Ooh.
I wouldn't be good at that.
I wouldn't either, but I'd try.
I've heard that's
It's
real
worth
big down
trying.
south. Never been to one, though.
Not a lot of horses on the flotilla.
Yeah. Desperate. Well, except for the ones that power all the boats, of course.
That is true.
I just imagine like the kelpies that draw the boats.
There are a couple of horse-powered boats.
Vindication.
Astros in particular.
Good to know.
Astra's boat is.
No, no, I'm fucking with you. Astra's boat sucks. It has to be dragged by everyone else.
Yep, it can't even move. Boat is a very generous term for what she's got going on.
It's a thing that floats.
Uh-huh.
Lets the waves take it wherever it will. But yeah, you guys have kind of run out of the place. You guys have gotten a bunch of food, souvenirs, played a game. There are a couple other little like game stands if you guys are interested. There's like the yo-yo balloon grabbing game.
Yo-yo balloon grabbing game. What is that?
Yeah, if you've seen a Japanese festivals, they don't actually have. They aren't balloons here, but essentially they have
paper lanterns.
they have like a little thing that's floating on the water, and you're given like a hook that's on a string, but the string is made of paper, so you have to hook the thing out of the water without the string snapping.
Oh.
It's a game of dexterity.
It seems like a fishing thing.
It does seem like a fishing thing.
It does. There's also another one where it's they have like a pond, a little like pool of little goldfish, and you get a little paper net that you have to like scoop the goldfish out.
Aw, it's another fishing game. I'm gonna wreck this place tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run these guys for everything they got.
Mind you,
Yeah.
the price for that is goldfish. I don't know what you're gonna do with
Well,
those.
tasty treat.
Are goldfish straight tasty?
No, I don't think so. But you know, if you guys want some pets or other little things.
I'll do it to say that I won, and I'll let him keep the goldfish.
Okay. Yeah, you go up.
Oh, but you can eat those.
Yeah, it is a silver piece per try.
I'm going to be cool about it, actually. I'm going to hover near this thing until I see either someone attractive or just a cute kid that really wants a pet goldfish but can't win the game. Either one of
Oh
those
yeah,
options. Yep.
you very quickly see a bunch of kids that are like really struggling.
There we go. Okay, cool. I'll be the cool guy who wins a goldfish for him.
All right, you go over,
Oh, Nissan.
pay your silver, and yeah, you get this little. Calling it a net is very generous. It is a little like metal circle with a handle, and then that circle is covered over with a piece of paper.
It's like
Perfect.
a bubble wand.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and you have to like gently scoop the goldfish out and into a little like bucket.
Love it. Love it. I'm pulling out all the stops. My fishing proficiency. I'm going to try to coax this goldfish into being calm. I can't. I'm not actually going to cast Speak with Animals. That'd be crazy. But no,
Just
I'm
ask them to jump into the bucket.
Just get in here.
All right.
I'll give it my best.
All right. I will say you can give me a fishing check with dexterity.
Love it. Let's see. All right, cool. Son of a bitch.
11.
Yeah, you're like, I got this. Immediately, the second the goldfish hits the paper, it snaps.
Oh,
Oh no.
Like,
Okay.
it's like fishing with shoddy equipment.
No, I got this one more time.
the little tabaxi kid looks up at you and sees the snapped paper net and looks up at you with these big like Puss in Boots eyes.
Well, if there's one thing that I know for sure about fishing is that you never ever let them get away. And I'll slap down another silver.
All right.
3 gold later.
No, I'm not leaving until I catch this fish. You can
All
set
right.
this DC to 30 and take all of my money right now if you want.
It's tempting.
14.
Another silver.
Oh my god.
What's the DC?
There's this weird. You get this weird like tingling at the back of your neck, and you're like, maybe I should have read my own fortune.
It said don't fish today.
I'm gonna try to sneak a guidance on myself.
All right.
You know what? I say sneak. I don't even try to sneak this shit. I put on a whole show
Pray.
about how I'm gonna like draw on divine power, and that when we can't do it on our own strength, sometimes we have to depend on the strengths of those who are bigger and mightier than us.
Counterspell.
Just gotta save this goldfish. All right.
D4?
So help me
DC?
God.
Is it DC 20?
You take the scoop into the water, and you see the paper sag as you pull it out, and the paper tears, but not until after you have scooped the goldfish.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, you did it.
I did it.
You did
Everything comes in trees.
Third time's the charm. That's another thing they say about fishing.
it. Yeah. So yeah, they give this kid a little goldfish.
I need to insight check if that's the thing they say about fishing or not.
Do it. You won't.
That's a thing they say in theater.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Good things come in threes.
I'm not very good at this.
I don't know, man. Maybe they say about fishing. I think it's more of just like a general life rule, honestly.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys get your little goldfish. This little kid, he's very happy, super excited, and runs off with
We
siblings.
get to eat tonight, Mom.
Saddest NPCs.
Then I
Oh,
go
yeah,
win the balloon game.
Are you gonna try the balloon game?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so it's not actually balloons here because they don't have like
Oh
plastic
yeah,
rubber.
Yeah.
thank you. Very important. I do think it's
fish.
yeah. Just in case I don't have all these other fish. There we go.
You have a specific one,
Now I have a specific fish.
Specific fish.
and you don't suffer from the one intelligence that causes them to like forget what they've done
Delightful.
every 30 seconds.
Oh, man, I had that sometimes.
But yeah, you go over there and you can see that there's just like kind of a bunch of trinkets kind of floating in the water that you could try and scoop up.
All right. Is it silver for this one too?
Yeah.
What's the prize? I don't care. I'm just gonna win.
Whatever
I don't care.
I don't care.
I'm just here to win.
Roll a D100.
Hell yeah. Jupiter mostly just needs to shake the fact that it took him 3 tries to catch a goldfish.
Rolled 18 out of 100.
I'm learning Jupiter
God.
must always win. That's his thing.
Really, Jupiter is just Brennan.
Well, I think this is just a trait of all characters I play because
That's
I'm
true, because you're
negative
Brennan. Give me another D100. That's terrible. It makes no sense.
That's fair.
So, there
A
we go.
teapot. It's a 9. Look at what I got.
Look what I can do.
Can I fish for that one?
God, where are all these terrible? Okay, that's good. Yeah, there's like a little vial that you can go for. For Jupe and for Alistair. Jupe, how would you roll first, and then I'll
Yeah.
So,
Nara
yeah.
gets
see what somebody else is.
There we go.
God.
Yeah. You managed to, with ease, scoop up this little, it's kind of like a small vial with a tiny bit of liquid in it. And it is essentially just a small vial of perfume.
Ooh, fun. Excellent.
It's got like a very like sharp but nice smell to it.
Excellent. I will take it, and I am satisfied.
Yeah, that'll make a great gift.
Can I smell it?
Absolutely.
He takes a whiff and then he does that cat thing.
Gross.
Ooh,
That's
interesting.
sharp.
Yeah, there's another vial that Alistair you can go for.
Okay.
Go after. Is it unskilled dex?
Yeah, would just be unskilled dex.
Okay.
Can you use arcade weapon on your string?
On the
No.
fishing pole.
You scoop it up and the paper gets wet and immediately tears the second you try and start pulling this thing up.
They really should just use a better material for this. That wouldn't be this hard.
Stain.
Stoin.
Or Stein. Sorry. I'm going to get that right eventually. I promise.
I can't get it right either.
Same.
I don't know which one's which still.
Stein is the nice one. Stain's the asshole.
Okay.
You can tell because stain is a shit stain.
That helps. That helps a lot. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, there's a little vial that you also can go for.
A vial?
Yeah, and there's something floating inside of it.
That's exciting. Unskilled dex attempt. 15.
15. You get it up out of the water, and the second all of the weight is on this thing, the string snaps.
Ah, it's so close.
Nara. Definitely not that one.
Roll again, Nara.
No, let's see.
Superior healing potion. Just over there.
Yeah, that's fun. Let's do that. You see a vial similar to the one that Sane was going after, except this one has something like rolled up, almost like a message in a bottle type situation.
Ooh. Let's see.
A scroll.
Unskilled dex, unless you have some other skill that seems appropriate.
Is survival for hunting?
Not using paper strings. Yeah, you go and you begin to fish it out, and again, the second the weight is on it, the string is just too wet and it snaps.
So close.
Ah,
It
so
was
close.
1 silver, right? For the try?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just subtract my money.
Observe. Nuts.
You
Run.
It's difficult.
Like, I got this. You get it part way up. See, it's easy, and it snaps.
That was very close. You seem to have cheered up, Alistair.
One second. What was that?
You seem to have cheered up, Alistair.
Teared up.
Cheered.
Cheered up.
Cheered up. Oh yeah, I'm a bit better.
What was on your
He
mind?
is magic. Yeah, you're right. I think he is magic.
I told you. It's either that or he's fabricating everything to make you feel better.
Well, I'm gonna have
Have
to
you
start.
ever studied epistemology? Are you aware of the concept of a justified true belief
No,
I don't think I've read on
or
that
an
yet.
unjustified true belief?
I don't.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I don't quite have the education.
I might actually have the education. Alistair does. Neo doesn't. I'd have to check. See if Alistair does. 1 second.
Is that a
It's
faith
possible for someone to be correct for an incorrect reason, or to have a true belief that's not justified. Or,
Right. There's also a chance.
for
you can
example,
guess, and it's just all chance.
let us say that you have a sharp dagger, and I believe this because all tabaxi have a sharp dagger. Although that is not true, you do happen to have one and are a tabaxi. My belief is true but unjustified. Do you see what I mean?
Do you have a sharp dagger?
Right.
Just because your fortune teller is correct about some generalities doesn't mean that he's got some supernatural vision into the future or your personality.
Okay.
Surely, though, you must be aware that there is actual magic that can tell the future.
That is true.
It's true. I'm gonna choose to believe it's the actual magic because that sounds more fun, to be honest. When did I get platinum pieces? Since when are those there? I have 2? Where would I have gotten 2 platinum pieces?
From a thing.
Yeah,
Did
it's
we
when
do
you
a
got-
thing where we got
you got
platinum
paid.
pieces?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally
Yeah.
put those there.
They paid us 10 gold for getting
Oh, right.
what's his name back? Gatsby. That asshole.
Member 2 of the Nega Party.
God, the Nega party.
We've met 3 of them.
We've met 3 of them. Oh man, there's a big fight with that. I'm gonna enjoy that.
So when do we blow the rockets up?
Is it starting to get dark?
It's getting dark, and you guys can see a fire that has started up at the top of the cliff by the Wave God Temple.
Ooh, fun.
Do we go there?
There would be good, or down by the docks would be good, so that we get the reflection of the water. Both are good options.
Just a moment. Is that fire meant to be there, or is the temple on fire?
Oh, that is a good question. Does it look like a bonfire, or does it look like a building fire?
On top of the temple? Like,
Hmm.
we should probably go.
Sure, let's go check it out.
You guys go check it out. It does appear to be a very large bonfire that's been set up in that, like, where they have the massive logs in the big, like, cube formation.
Oh, yeah.
Like, huge
Oh,
thing
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Massive.
And you can hear the sounds of some taiko drums and various other instruments being played. Tons of music going out throughout. And up on the stage in the temple, you can see Yuki, who is performing a very intricate Shrine Maiden's dance.
We should go check out the taiko drummers. They traditionally perform in their underwear.
They are.
That sounds fascinating. Okay.
You
I probably
keep
shouldn't draw pictures of it, though. That'd be weird, right?
Why not? It's a cultural experience.
Okay. That's a
But
good
how
point.
do you draw them? Their arms are moving so fast.
You just pick up or down.
Oh, by the way, keep an eye out for a human girl with pink hair and possibly a big ribbon,
Okay.
star-shaped earrings.
Does that ring any bells? Straight. I want to say no, but
that-
I have no idea.
That definitely doesn't. And assuming that Kohaku shared everything, to your knowledge, Chess doesn't have a stepsister.
Man, a lot has changed. Okay.
Or maybe he's lying.
Or maybe he's lying and he's being a creep.
Give me
I can't ignore him if he's being a creep.
Also, give me just a general intelligence check, Kohaku.
Okay.
Okay.
People die,
Yeah.
and Yuki dances.
Okay,
Better than
yeah.
average.
Yeah, you're good.
I am good. You're right.
Well, damn it. I wasted it on earlier.
All right, let's go check out those drums.
All right,
Drums.
let's go check out the drums. And yeah, they've the big like platforms with the huge drums, and you see a bunch of now very sweaty guys who are pounding on these drums in this very like bassy rhythmic beat. A bunch of people are dancing, and the big thing that is happening is all of the wishes are being burnt in the bonfire.
Oh, no.
But their wishes.
It's a good thing.
Part of the process.
They're not recycling.
They're kind of recycling. It's just
Yeah, they're making clouds.
yeah.
Don't you know if you burn paper, you make clouds with the smoke? Because clouds are white and paper's white.
But yeah, they're releasing the wishes towards the heavens. But yeah, you see these little wooden tablets as they're being thrown in by the priest and a couple of the other shrine workers.
But that sounds like so much fun.
Just kill everyone. Yeah, is there anything else you guys can do while you're hanging out?
Is there like a children's puppet show or any other storyteller sort of thing where they're sharing stories? about mythological creatures or things that happen?
Not really any storytelling happening around the temple, at least.
Yeah. Well, while we're at the temple, I guess. Stein watches Yuki. He's fascinated. Camelosian women don't really dress like this
Yeah,
or dance like this.
it's very beautiful. She's fully dressed up in very like ornate and intricate uh, set of clothing with a bunch of like dangling jewelry, little like gold tassels that catch the firelight as she's kind of dancing and swinging around. Uh,
She's
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. Anyone who's seen, well, all of us, the scene from Your Name where they're doing the shrine stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of like that.
Does she make
I don't
sake
think
as
I
well?
have I?
Oh my god,
Might
have
not.
you not?
I don't think I have.
Drake has dragged everyone through it. You got it.
God damn it! I gotta bring you guys through it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, someday.
One day.
uh, but yeah, you guys get to watch this really beautiful performance. There's really lovely music that's accompanying it. A couple of people playing like the koto and a couple of other really nice like string instruments. Yeah, as the night kind of continues on, the shrine performances begin to end, and midnight is quickly approaching.
You guys play any instruments?
Yes.
What do you play?
Shakes his head.
This.
Oh my god. Do you actually like
Whip it out.
you whip it out, you play it?
Yep, stand in front of the moon, light breeze in the festival garb, snowflakes and soccer blossoms somehow.
Simultaneously.
Holy shit. You're
It's a beautiful performance, actually. Like,
you're really good at that. Did you learn to do that?
Just trained. I was expected to learn several instruments, actually.
I don't have any, but I can do some drums.
Yeah?
Did we miss the taiko performance? What the hell?
No, we just did.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
no way.
Well, I can't
I
take their
expected more.
drums.
Description of the performers. That's okay.
it was basically just a couple of fairly attractive and now very sweaty men who have been drumming away, kind of in rhythm, to the burning of all the wishes for the wishing portion.
Can I buy a baby's first taiko? It's a very small taiko drum set.
Fisher Price.
Taiko drums specifically, I believe, are all large. Like that's the thing that is what makes
Then
it a taiko
what the
drum.
fuck was that? There's a smaller one that you drum on.
You could find a talking drum.
That one maybe, sure.
Um,
The thing that you beat with clubs, but it's small.
yeah,
What do you call it?
that then you like hold it under your arm.
It's like underground. I linked it before in Secret Voice. It's the one that I said was Nara's song.
Oh, right, those. Yeah, you can definitely find some
Whatever
of those.
that's called.
For probably like say a gold piece. No, I'll say
Ooh.
two gold pieces.
Whoa, it's expensive. I'll get one. Sure.
What about you two? You guys play anything? Looking at Alistair and Nara.
Actually, I do play the taiko, but
You play
no,
the taiko.
I can't really carry on. Carry it with me, so
Here, I bought one. Let's take turns.
I'm double checking. I don't think I do actually.
The
Which is
taiko is massive,
weird.
but I have a small one.
The least musical party.
4 of us have musical proficiencies.
And
I mean, I only got mine during the long rest.
did Alistair? Did you say you play one?
I don't think I do. I'm checking. I don't think I do.
He does look over to Nara and Stain. Like, what's with the? They all dress like Koaku said. They all dress like that. Is that part of it?
Dressed like who? I don't know.
Yes, that's traditional.
Yeah.
Not in Camelot. But what they say when in Merveille, do as the Merveillans do.
It's true.
Huh. I don't know if that was like, if that helped with the instrument or something, or if it was just like a thing.
Well, it's a heavy exercise. You get very hot.
Certainly
Well,
looks
this is
like
a
it.
smaller version. Here, I'll buy an extra set of like drumsticks, and we can both drum at the same time.
Sure.
Just share a drum or
Yeah.
each side.
Alistair can hold the drum up.
Oh, perfect! Yay!
Collectively,
I'm helping.
collectively, the three of you do play one instrument. That's good. That's good.
3 parts of one whole idiot.
I've always thought it would be cool to play music. You know, like, I don't know, a group or whatever.
Yeah.
Have like a band performance.
Yeah. I don't know, it's one of those things I always thought about doing and never did. How long did you have to study to do that? He looks at a Koaku.
I don't know how long it takes to learn a song. Not too long, in fact.
Sure,
But I studied for maybe 5 or 6 years.
Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha, I see. Anyway, it's getting late. You want to go shoot those fireworks off?
Yes, more than anything in the world.
Alright, let's definitely do that down at the docks.
Teru does not play anything.
Ah. You
That's
and-
okay, Terry. I'll teach you how to play something.
Thanks, that'd be nice. I used to know how to do, like, a grass whistle.
That's pretty cool.
That's it.
Alright, let's go do this.
Yeah. Are we playing something?
Fireworks.
Oh, I thought we were doing instrument things.
God, I think
I bought drums and everything.
only the
You
two
couldn't
of them.
stop me.
I think only the two of them actually play, right? I mean, they just did one song.
Believe
It was
so.
amazing.
Ah.
If you guys want to do another, I'd listen.
Listening. I could do that.
You know, the Gatsby plays the Cora.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Yeah.
Must be nice to have proficiencies to use on instruments.
Oh, I got a lot of wacky proficiencies.
Yeah. What weird things you good at?
Calligraphy, painting. Actually, that's not a lot. It's just 3.
Well, still though.
I've got cooking tools, a disguise kit. I'm a bit of a locksmith, and currently drums.
Got psycho drumming and leatherworking.
Wait, currently drums. What does that mean?
Means I woke up and knew how to do drums.
Is that a thing you do?
The Dream Cathedral gives you many skills.
Huh.
When you connect to the dreaming, it's like connecting with other people who have been a part of the dreaming.
Sounds demonic.
Sounds what?
Nothing.
Or just magical. He does kind of look over Kwaku again. He shakes it off.
I do really love that. The second anything like weird happens, Kawaku's just like demons.
It's demons.
Demons
But
are
then
blood.
it's all been completely justified because we ran into an actual blood demon like
Right.
immediately. So we can't say shit.
The only thing you guys have fought are blood demons and witches and a couple of bandits. So
Yeah.
These are
Yeah.
literally things he's warned
All
us about.
demons.
It's blood witches or demons. The so-called Maho.
So yeah, you guys go over and can prepare your fireworks. Though you do know that there is actually like a professional fireworks display about to be set off,
Oh.
kind of any moment.
Oh, sick. We can wait for that then first, too.
Let's watch them and then one-up them.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Yes, us with our 34 fireworks.
I feel like we should save our fireworks and pool them so that we can blow something up.
We can just do, one.
Tell me you're not going to want to blow something up at some point in this campaign.
Of course I'm
I-
going to.
I'm gonna reverse engineer them probably and make more. Then we can blow them up with that. I should do that before we blow them all up, though, I guess.
We won't blow them all up. I've got a vendetta against gunpowder right now, so I really got to blow at least one of them up.
That's totally fair. I wouldn't take that from you.
I'm not
You're
permitted
gonna
to fire
blow
mine.
up your ship.
Hand
I
it to someone
really-
else.
I really just want to fire it because, firing fireworks.
You're blaming gunpowder for your ship blowing up?
Well, I mean, ultimately it was pirates, but gunpowder played a role.
I think the person who blew it up has the biggest role in it.
So would you get the biggest revenge boner if we ever see a pirate ship and you just blow them up with a bunch of fireworks?
That does sound pretty cool, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know any
right?
pirate? Is Bano a pirate ship?
Bono's a pirate ship. I mean, he would probably not see it that way, but...
How about we aim all
He's
36
not
of
really
these
a
at Bano?
pirate.
Right, he's a crime lord,
He just happens to have a houseboat.
Do
He's
you
a
want to
crime
aim?
lord with a houseboat, not a pirate. Most pirates would be offended calling Bono a pirate.
Yeah.
I think these should be easy enough to take apart.
Be like, this hoity-toity asshole thinks he's a pirate.
Do you want to deal 68d6 damage on Bano's ship?
It does sound pretty great.
Let's aim all these.
It's time. It's time for the old Javeth Fekri combo. Alright. Let's go. So, well, I guess we're waiting for the big fireworks show.
Yeah. And as if on cue, you guys begin to hear the sharp whistling of something streaking through the air. One thing, a second, third, followed by a massive explosion and a dazzling display of scintillating lights and embers that dance across the sky and reflect off of the ocean water. And all of you get to enjoy the sight, except for one of you. As the explosion rockets through and the sound of it cuts through the air, Jupe, you feel an explosion rock through your body. You immediately drop to 0 hit points and are dying.
What?
What the fuck?
Oh.
The rest of you watch Jupe fully collapse, blood pouring out of his mouth, and a tooth has fallen out of his mouth.
I run over him and feed him a potion. So 2d4
And
plus
that's
2?
where we will pick up next week.
Son of a
Oh, God.
bitch.
Happy New Year!
Son of a bitch.
Oh shit, the cliffhanger! He's
Fuck.
dying!
I'm
No,
sorry.
he can't die. He's magic. He can't die.
He's our
I'm sorry.
just
I know
wanna-
this was a very short
Also,
sentence.
he's our friend, too.
I want to quickly assert that this is definitely the doings of the Blood Witch that he made a deal with.
Yeah, probably.
Son of a bitch.
Uh,
A
this,
tooth
is,
came
this, is, this is all Fex shit.
Fucking witch swamp.
Also,
hag
Dre,
bullshit.
did you feed him a script for that shit, or...
I did not. I should.
Oh my
I should
god.
clarify that everything that Fex said, I had no idea about, and it was some impressive
Yeah.
bullshitting.
Yeah.
Now he's dying, so he can't do it again.
You
Never
can't
get
ever
to do it
bullshit again.
Fucking hell. Fucking
What's
hell.
going on?
Who knows, man? Fucking that witch shit, probably.
Why'd you lose a tooth?
Making deals with Maho.
No, it's because I wanted a convenient timer.
Ugh.
12 midnight. Poisoned. What did you eat?
Ooh, what did I eat? Did Alistair poison me with the fucking...
I didn't do it. It
No,
wasn't
no,
me.
We would have died as well. Because we all
I
ate.
also ate it.
Wait, did you drink the water?
No.
No.
He drank the humming water and died.
They were actually the tears, midnight tears.
God damn it.
What did you do? I'm trying to remember now what you did.
Yeah, I'm very sorry for the shorter session. I wanted to end the session on that point, and I need to maintain that because it's just too good.
Damn it.
0, and you're dying. Oh my
Oh,
god.
you could have spent like 20 more minutes on the taiko drummers.
Oh, do that. We can jump back to some happy times.
Anyone want their fortune
There's
told
some
before we go down to
there's
the
some
docks
real
and
hot
everything?
there's some hot sweaty man banging away on the drums. Their ass fully exposed. They've got the fundoshi, so it's like right up the crack. And real
Usually
good.
red ones.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they're all like really like decently in shape dudes. Like it's hard work. Yeah.
One day I'm gonna be
Very.
like,
It's so hard to like describe music without just music, but
Yeah.
taiko performances are just cool to watch. Like if you want something that's just like bassy and strong beat, taiko drums are some of the
choreography.
best you can get. Yeah, choreography especially can be really interesting.
Can we watch Nara do it?
Yeah, probably. You guys can
Yeah.
just leave. If you guys want to just leave Jupe, you can go watch Nara.
He'll be fine.
he'll survive.
Jupe drops to 0 and starts dying. Immediately we pull out the drum and start playing.
I'm so
Beck,
upset.
can you go ahead and roll a bunch of death saving throws
Sure.
just to chase the
We'll
rabbit?
just-
see what
Yeah.
Let's just go and speed this one up.
Chase the
Awesome.
1 and 1.
Oh. No.
There we go.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
dead.
okay.
Let's go back to the
We did-
vessel, guys.
we
It's
did.
over.
We did kill him by going to see a taiko performance. That is true.
Wait,
that happened.
Can we not? We have to roll initiative here to see people get into heal out.
That's next.
Yeah, that's
worry.
next week. Okay.
Now, this is
I'm
just if we had abandoned
We had
him
left him
dying, what would happen?
Yeah, like would he be able to recover?
Oh no, he would have died immediately.
Oh yeah, of course he would have. He has 8 con.
No
I mean,
bearing
that's
on
it.
this.
He's
This
just a
is a
sickly
flat
little
check.
boy.
Yeah.
I know, but it's thematically appropriate that dude with 8 con immediately fails all his death saves.
I think it would be thematically inappropriate if I died right here.
You know, Jupe, maybe you should have kept the frog fortune charm.
Maybe I shouldn't have made that deal with that hag, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Sorry, I suggested that you should do that.
I warned you. Haku
I'm
warned
I'm
you.
sure that that's the cause of this and not anything else that you have told me
Traumatic
or
explosion.
done at all.
Uh-huh. Definitely.
What did you drink today?
Forgot.
Go, Nara.
Oh no, I'm looking up now. The tears of I want
Midnight
poison that
Tears.
strikes at
Midnight-
midnight.
Midnight Tears.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that like
I don't think it's that, but
is that like 24 hours that happens or?
I think it knocks you out at the upcoming midnight, right?
you
Yeah.
take 96 damage at midnight.
Yeah.
Did you have a toast or anything with like Gatsby or anything like that?
No, he
We've
never
been at
knows
the-
Gatsby.
Yeah, we've been to the festival all day. We woke up and went straight there.
Yep.
I swear I didn't poison you.
I'm on to you, motherfucker.
It was sheesh.
We've done
That's
enough
what this
party
kebab-
aggro.
He knew specifically that you were gonna give him that one kebab. Oh my god! What
Wait,
if it was the
it was-
darkness?
I don't know what the fuck is up with that, and I hate it.
It was sheesh. He gave me food poisoning again. This is really bad with fish. He can't cook
No,
fish
he's
because he
a
is a
good
fish.
cook. Don't blame him. He gets
He just
really
can't cook
pure
fish
about
because he's a fish.
didn't make fish.
No, I won't be mean about that.
He washes his hands for. But also, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm sure it's not midnight tears. But if it was, how the fuck did it happen, right?
Who knows, man? Guess we
I
might-
think
Christ,
maybe
did we
we'll
win.
find out next week.
I think it's because we picked the skull twice, and it has to do with your cards. If you draw 2 skulls, you just drop a 0.
I was gonna draw a set of 3 for myself, but now I might just die instead.
It's possible.
So we'll see.
Chase the
had-
rabbit.
You know, you made it 7 sessions with 4 hit points. That's pretty good.
It wasn't even damage that killed you. Fascinating. Or maybe it was.
Maybe
Was
it
he
was.
sniped?
We don't know.
I think he was shot. I think he was shot.
I was gonna say we heard an
the firework
explosion. I
boom.
dropped to 0. Like, check me for bullet wounds.
I don't know
not
what a
that
bullet
any
is.
of us know what a bullet wound is.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I don't know.
I
Alistair
would.
would actually. Yeah.
Alistair would.
First thing that's gonna happen, one of us is gonna heal him. I don't know who it is, but one of us is.
Well, I want to check for a bullet wound too, so I'll probably do both.
Boy,
Damn.
I want to.
Damn. Sorry, Feck.
Is it
already.
Sunday?
Well, yes, it is.
It is. That means we can start playing. Sorry, we're 4 hours late.
Let's do it. Session 8. Let's go.
I'm terribly sorry to cut it off here and so early. But I'm also not, because it's such a good cliffhanger.
It's good.
Early's fine. I think early's easier to consume when we're watching things. But also, I want to play for 12 hours.
I promise it'll be a longer session next week.
Yay. Why? There's a hidden land mode in Mario Kart on the Switch. Why? Why would they hide that? You have to hold 2 buttons and then push in the left stick on the main menu.
Right. Let's start
Weird.
practicing our goodbye messages to Jupe next week.
Well,
Yeah.
we already established
Right.
we can't play music, so we
Get
can't
your
play
eulogies
with you.
ready.
Nara, let's chase the rabbit and see what we'd roll on our drums.
Gatsby's got a gun.
Turns out, Cheslaw is Feck's backup character. That's why I had to bring him in now.
That would be.
No, he's got a blue tongue. That's not a.
He is hetero,
I don't buy it.
though. Feck's already established he's willing to do that.
He's purple fur, though, which Feck is not going to do.
It's true. It's very muted
dye it.
mauve, though.
Yeah.
Love that color on them.
Thank you. It was very hard to get that to look decent. Because guess what? A bright purple cat does not look particularly attractive a lot of the time. It was very hard to find the right combination of colors that looked
Dark purple. or
reasonable.
gray?
I feel like they're good.
Can I play drums with Dex?
Yeah.
Here, this is my funeral march for Jupe.
I think
It's
taiko drumming is more
okay.
like. I
It's
think this
not
might be
taiko
the
drum.
only instrument that you can
Here's the
justify playing with Constitution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you could justify con or strength, but dex for any percussion makes sense for keeping rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
For this
con
one,
would
isn't
be
taiko?
for if you're doing a long session.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Like
kind of
the real
that's the
taiko
point
these
of
guys are
taiko
doing.
drums. Yeah.
Right.
Again, it's not taiko drums though; it's small.
Yeah,
The
it's
actual
like-
Nara does taiko drums though, so he could use his con
Yeah.
if you want.
I mean,
Yeah.
like most skill
Oh,
checks,
man.
it's using multiple stats. You just roll whichever one is most
Yeah.
likely to fuck you,
Yeah.
Or least likely,
or least likely. Yeah,
depending on how nice your DM is.
pretty much.
He just keeps
The
going,
dice fuck you
and
anyway.
going, and going.
And as we've
And if you're-
learned, this DM's an asshole who kills me at midnight on the New Year because it's convenient.
Yeah, with no
You know
roll,
what's-
you're just dead.
It's okay, you're just dying. You're not dead. Yeah, that
That's
makes it
true.
Feel,
I
it didn't
I
feel
did-
double your max HP.
Yeah, I didn't kill you. I just.